Good morning, people. It is Thursday, the 15th of June. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. We'll just go ahead and introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Marsh from the east side of the bridge. Morning, people.
It is your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
And Big Man Use in the building.
Yes, so we had a lot of, it was very chaotic yesterday.
Thank you, man.
Yes. It was very chaotic yesterday. Very chaotic show.
Right,
It was 45 minutes long, the show yesterday. So it was his birthday
belated.
yesterday.
Thank you, man.
Happy birthday, Yusuf.
Thank you, man. I
It was a
appreciate
45-minute show.
All right.
No,
That's not even important. What
hour.
did we just say? We just said happy birthday, Yusuf. What do you mean it's a 45-minute show?
Sorry, my bad. Sorry. I just heard
Your
the-
priorities are just in the bin.
A show was had.
No, he said happy birthday.
Yeah, but then he's like, okay, 45 minutes.
Whatever the case is, the show was
Not even
had.
what did you do for your birthday, none of that? Did you enjoy it? None of that?
How are you?
Oh, is that
Yusuf?
Nas?
Yeah.
Precisely.
When's his
Yeah.
birthday?
Ah, You had an amazing birthday then.
I did. I did. I was with the goats, man.
That's sick, man.
That must have been so lit, you know. That's a good birthday.
Yeah. Nas, Raekwon, Ghostface. Because after
They all forwarded as well, yeah?
yeah. The only one that wasn't there was Method Man.
Okay.
Then after the O2 show, there was
Method Man, that would've been
an
lit.
after party at Coco's. It wasn't really after party. It was just like a show.
Oh, they start performing again?
Basically, a second show. Yeah, and that was like obviously Coco's small, more intimate, so he had to perform again. Nas performed again. Ghost, Ray, so it was dope still.
That's lit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's very fitting. You know what I mean? Brought in my B-Day with the, you know what I mean, the legends. So yeah,
That's lit.
it was cold, man. It was
Oh, yeah,
cold.
no, that's dope, man.
Enjoyed it. So what you saying about yesterday? What happened yesterday?
Well,
Because I went on YouTube, because I messaged him to say, I said, Brent, I'm coming in Thursday, I'm coming in Friday. Wednesday, I'm not really sure, I can't promise things, but is E-Man in? Because if E-Man's in, I feel less bad about not making it.
yeah, Iman was in, but barely.
But I came late. I woke up late anyway. Then I went online and I saw just you. And I saw 50 minutes.
Yep.
And then I watched the first couple of minutes. It was just you.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the thumbnail, he was there.
Yeah. So he did come
Oh,
half alive because you know he's ill. He's really ill. I was quite rather uncomfortable because he was right opposite me and he just kept coughing and I thought, oh dear, I have enough problems.
wait. So what happened to the rule? If you're sick, you shouldn't come in.
I think that was just for you
Why?
because you tend to spread your sickness.
Why?
You don't keep that shit to yourself.
But where's the evidence to support that?
The stats show it because you
I
come in
popped
ill.
down afterwards. After you forwarded, I popped
like,
down.
You come in ill, on Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Mark's not in. Wednesday, Iman's not in.
Yeah.
Take everybody out.
Take everybody out.
So the rule
Then
just
Friday one comes.
the rule just applies to me. Everyone else
Yeah.
can come in sick.
No,
Until you-
I wouldn't come in sick, though. I don't come in sick.
yeah, but that's because you're sick, you're that bad.
No, but it's also, I consider it. I think I'm considerate.
Okay, we'll discuss that later date. But yeah, so
Shade-
until you
that
figure out
is
how not to
shady.
spread you,
Yeah. I had to become less contagious.
yeah, basically.
Alright.
Emmanuel claimed that it was hay fever, though.
Yeah. Do you know what? I would kind of give it to him just because I've kind of been experiencing something similar. No, don't agree too quick. Iman's in the building, by the way. You can't see him yet. But I think because you're vegan, yours is a different level. Because mine didn't take me out to the point of not going to work and doing everything. I wasn't even going to the gym.
Is global warming playing a hand in this? Like, has the pollen changed or something? Because
pollen is high, Marks.
you are extra worse this year. It's like, I've
The
noticed,
pollen is.
I've heard it.
Do you know, it feels like there's a bucket of like pollen in heaven, and they're just throwing
Shaking it on you.
They're just shaking it. It's wild. That is actually intense. I think it's kind of calmed down though, because I haven't taken my hay fever tablets in the last 2 days. I took it this morning though. I was down bad. I woke up.
That's all right.
But yeah, it's all of that going on. So your content was good.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, man. Nas, Wu-Tang, dope. Just old school vibes, man. That's it. No bitches.
No way. No, there must have been one.
said
There must have been 1 and 2.
I didn't see any.
If Method
Not
Man was there,
that I was looking, but I didn't see any.
I think if Method Man was there, the
Yeah.
girls would have been there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
I might have been there.
might-
I don't know
might have
one
been
song, but I would have been there. Fine.
But the whites came out.
Yeah, of course.
The whites came out. Like,
What do they do when they're
It's like-
everybody said?
it's
They
like-
love hip hop.
you know what's so funny? I don't know. Like, at one point,
They be singing it. Some of them do. It
they'll be
depends.
singing it, they'll be singing it.
It depends which one's got etiquette. Some of them have got self awareness and they read the room and they don't do it. And some of them are like, I love hip hop. Some of them are like, this is hip hop.
But you know what it is? I think slightly some of the artists give them a blight because the standing area, I'm telling you now, maybe like 70% white, right? And at one point, I think he's doing a call out. Shame on the nigga, the one game on the nigga, and then.
And they're rapping word for word, bar for bar.
Put the mic out to the crowd.
I've explained this to you, lot. I've explained that whole scenario that you just watched with your eyes.
Yeah.
I've explained it on it. Now, do you see where I'm coming from a little bit?
In regards to what?
It's man's fault. It's our own fault. Like,
Yeah.
I do think that the American artists are the worst, and the way their song is here.
Shame on the
nigga. Run one game on the nigga.
The way they have to give them a blind. Nah, the way Americans throw the word in there, they have to allow their fans.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, half the content's going to be quite
Yeah, you're going to mess
quiet.
up their show. You're going to mess up their show.
It's going to mess up the show heavily.
Yeah. No, they give them a blight, 100%.
Wasn't it Glastonbury or something like that? One of those white festivals. And was it Lil Baby or one of those? No, Roddy Rich. And he was singing the box. And all you see in the crowd was white heads. And you just hear that N word so strong and loud, even louder than normal lyrics. As an artist, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I'm doing MLK in them a disservice. I'm undoing their great work.
I don't think you would, though.
You think MLK wouldn't mind to give the whites?
You wrote the lyrics, man. If you got 20,000 people singing them back to you, you're buzzing. I don't think you're going to be in that. I don't think in that state of mind you're looking at the faces saying who's saying what back.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think you're buzzing. If it could have been 20,000 white people, you're buzzing.
Well, black people, we like to invite. We give grace for stupid things anyway. We invite people to the cookout. They do one little Azonto move. We say, "Oh my gosh, here goes Kwame." So really and truly, yeah, we can't complain. Well, they can't complain. How was Scissor? How was your Scissor day?
Scissor day was sensational. Scissor's the truth. Big up my queen, you get me? Hey, that was one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. I can't work out, whether it was really good or if I'm just like the girl from Swarms.
I think you're a girl from Swarms.
All right, well, that's that then.
Personally.
That'll do it. He said personally.
What was the stage setup? Was it just,
The production weren't that bad. There's just like screens and like videos. It's all, remember her thing's all water, innit?
Oh, so it's ambiance.
The ambiance, it looks like this. She looks like she was walking on the water on the ocean. Right? It's all waves and all that kind of stuff. And they got the big boat out. Then she got to have a little boat out because someone, obviously, like, the set list and the stuff's been happening from before it, so they kind of know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah. So Gelsom's like, oh yeah, she's going to go out on the boat. And I'm like, she is not going out on that boat. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a big boat, like a big, huge boat set thing. Like, trust me, she's going to go across the water on the boat. And all that. And I'm saying, listen, I ain't seen that and I ain't been here before, but I know how production and sets and thing work, that she is not going out there on that boat. You know what I'm trying to say? Then, halfway through the show, I see some little orange thing come up, and then she went on it, and then it brought her into the air, and she went out in it. She's on the boat. The girl was like, "See," I was like, "You said she was on. That's a dinghy."
Okay, first of all,
if you said she was on a dinghy, I wouldn't have questioned it.
I'm going to say, I agree with Yusuf. You are the girl from Soul.
Yeah.
Why?
You're arguing with another superfan about what's going to get a boat or not.
Yeah, but she was wrong. That was a dinghy. That wasn't a boat. That was she made out like she was getting on that big boat there. Yeah. So me and the superfan was arguing. But then we squashed it.
Sweet. Technically, that's his siblings, though, to be fair.
Yeah, no, we squashed it. By the end, we was doing like ballads, duets, riffing together and stuff. It was just, she got a dope catalogue though. I think if you're a fan of her music, you'll definitely think like, nah, this is sick because it's just one after the other. You get me? It's just hit after hit after hit.
That's
you get
lit,
me?
man.
She does what the people then wants because they was telling me that she's not going to do Normal Girl and all that. I was like, what? That's impossible. And then
Is that a song?
that's a vibe.
Okay.
You get me? So I'm like, I forwarded. I wanted to see Normal Girl. That's what I came here for. You get me? Lo and behold, she was like, yeah, I've added songs to the show because
like
London said that they want to see it. And I was like, what song did you add? She was like, Normal Girl. I was like, jeez.
Okay, babes. That personal conversation. Love that for you.
I think
it was, but well,
who are you talking about? Scissor. Yeah, you and Scissor were talking.
not like that. She's on the stage. We're reasoning. You get what I mean?
This is so funny.
Oh.
Seeing you in this light is so funny to me.
Why?
You're a Bob. What was Scissor? We should call her fans.
I don't know. I need to work out that. We should check. We should Google it.
That's,
And she's leng. Scissors. That sounds.
Actually, no, it sounds like it is a sexual move.
Sounds.
All right, Yusuf, thank you for that.
Yeah, she's buff.
All right. I said, yeah, she's buff.
She's so
No,
buff.
she's nice still.
You see the way she was stomping around that stage in them combat boots. She
Loves a she loves them damn boots, and she's short. So it's like you're just compact.
Oh, she's short?
In the combat, she looks short.
Oh,
she looks
is she
like
short?
She didn't look like
compact.
small, but like, I don't know, man. She's just good. She's clean though, because you was leaning on her talking about she's gonna be in a tech fleece.
Yeah.
No, she gave us outfit changes.
I was shocked by that.
Frocks, everything.
I was shocked by that.
Tech fleece. What's a tech fleece?
You
Like
know the
tracky
tracksuit.
Why would she wear that?
I've seen her in shows doing that.
Oh, is it?
I've seen a lot of
Oh.
clips online. I've never seen that woman in a dress online. I've seen her in a lot of tracksuits and combat boots.
Yeah, and she came out first. I think when she first came out, she was in like some combat trousers, like an NFL like jersey or something like that. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Here we go. She's in the mood. Let's go.
Like, get your shit off, sis. Get me.
Was there any opening acts?
No, I think people were saying that Ray was supposed to perform or something like that.
Yeah, she was on the
Oh,
flyer.
okay.
Yeah, but she didn't. I didn't see her.
Okay.
No.
Was there did it have any special guests come out with her?
Travis
Scott, Kylie's man.
Scott.
Oh, okay, what's he doing then?
He's on a song with her.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Okay.
is it used?
That's random.
No, that's
That is kinda
random.
Is it
I think he might be chopping her.
right?
Why? Why?
Because coming all the way for that, yeah.
He came out in Paris. He flew in Paris. He's with her. They're outside.
Oh, they're touring together. He's on tour bus.
He's pretending when he popped out in Paris. She pretended that like he pulled up for her, that she didn't know he was going to be there, kind of thing. Innit? I swear, I'm sure she's done all that whole stuff. And then now he's only been there like every time it's their song, he's been there.
And he's too big to be just popping up whenever his song.
This is why I said
Yeah.
Kylie's man, because you live all the way across town to come over for one song.
No, he's doing her solid. That's like a friend. That's he's big business.
No,
To
but
follow her all around, just come out and do your one
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bit suspicious.
It's suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's clarting, man.
That's
And
almost like
she's
Wiz
Leng.
Kid
Oh.
going on Thames'
Brent,
tour
they haven't got a
and
cover for
coming
the
down doing
mics.
Essence.
Just
Just Essence.
They go what? Oh shit.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
they
nice.
keep talking.
Yeah, that'd be wild, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you were just flying running around just pretending like you didn't know.
Yeah. Essence.
Yeah, no, it's bait. I think he's doing it.
Yeah, he must be.
Must be, man, because what else they could be doing in their spare time?
Well, I mean, he could be having sex with his girl.
Wait, so what? This is crazy.
Hey!
So
You're
a
gonna do in
man
spare
and a woman
time.
can't be just friends, colleagues without it being
No,
sexual.
but traveling half
I'm
across
not
the
saying
world,
that.
though.
We're assuming that he travelled just for the show. He might have other
Travis
business.
ain't got no shows.
Travis is big business. He's doing Nike. He
Yeah,
might
but
have a Nike meeting.
wasn't he the one that had the stampede?
Yeah.
He hasn't been booked in a minute for shows like
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
Outside of Astroworld, he hasn't done a concert since Sensitive.
Yeah, but Astro wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was last year,
Yeah, but
isn't it? Yeah, it was last year. I remember we talked about it on TDA. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they can be friends, but I think it's a bit. It's a bit suspicious.
Maybe is it because she's got a BBL? People are questioning it.
Maybe.
She didn't have no bum. Would it be questioned?
Yeah, if she didn't have body like that, then
nah, I don't think Travis doesn't look like a BBL chaser.
actually, yeah.
Nah,
for
he
real.
is. Kylie's got a BBL.
Yeah, but her BBL's not. It's not out. It's not that way.
Yeah, but Scissors
Is
things.
it?
It was,
this is-
but she's taking it out.
Scissors needs to share her surgeon's details, man.
Do you think he's done well?
I haven't felt it,
Okay.
so
Apart from feeling it, please. Just
looking at it.
Yeah.
proper stuff.
Is that because she's thick?
That man done God's work.
All right. Is that because she's thick, so? Actually, no, because I've seen some thick girls have BBLs and it's just like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, no, her thing looks proper way. Like it looks legit in them jeans.
I still think the best BBL I've ever seen in my life is Drea Michelle. Your honus can be deleted. Drea.
She's the slim one, isn't it?
Because she worked out. So she works out consistently. So it's all just molded. Like, Drea's body is banging. I don't know who her surgeon is, but that man has only done one of that work. It's sick.
So when did she work out? Before or after?
I think she might have worked out before, but since she got the BBL, she's like on a diet plan. Like she proper, because sometimes people get surgery and they think they can just, this is why you have to kind of be disciplined before you get the surgery for your body. Otherwise, you revert back to factory settings.
But you know
or
what?
now,
Yeah?
now it looks worse.
Because I understand it. There's no point wasting all that money, yeah, and then you're not going to maintain it and
This is
whatnot,
it.
yeah. So I get it. If you're going to, because your whole thing was self-improvement and self-care, whatever.
Yeah.
So you went to do that. So now you're maintaining it. Now you're a gym babe, you're a gym freak. Because you like you said, you're going to go back to factory settings.
Yeah.
And so I do understand that. But there is a little part of me that It irks me a little bit that you went and got a BBL and then now you're going to try and talk about gym flow.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, that's every part of me.
Huh?
No, that's every part of me.
What are you doing there?
Don't start writing ebooks telling me how I can get snatched. Wait, bitch, you got that on the table. You can't give me any diet plan or any workout that's going to work because you didn't thingy.
Julia Michelle?
Oh.
Let me see. Can't see on the screen.
Oh, is it on?
No,
It's
it went
small.
small. Let me see.
Let me say, I hate when they do that.
Labyrinth providing context. God
Yeah, man.
Damn. Sure, a little ledge
No, that's
there.
not real though.
Oh, you said
That's not
they
her bum.
edited it.
That's edited.
Oh, is this new?
You got to go on a picture on her Instagram. Her
that's
bum is not that
edited?
big. Yeah,
I
that's
think
edited.
that's not Dre and Michelle's body.
That's
Okay.
edited. Her bum is not like that because that bum looks fake.
Alright, I'll look again.
But she admitted to having
Yeah,
a
she
BBL?
doesn't. Yeah,
Oh, was
yeah.
it? Okay.
But you also see that she works hard. So 'cause I don't think there was like bum genes in her family. So she got a bum, but you see that she just works hard. And I think also what's good, the best BBLs I've seen as well are the ones that are not excessive. It works with your skeleton. Do you know what I mean? Like it actually works with your frame, and they just look natural. They just look like you just.
I
really
just
get
don't
your squats
understand in the consultation why they don't go through all these things. Because some people,
because you know it is.
there's not enough fire to bum in the ratio.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and
The
it's like,
doctors don't care though.
yeah, but when you was speaking about, didn't you know the end result? Like, I don't get
No,
it.
do you know what it is? Because some people think
She said that she put a tweet up saying, for the record, I've never had liposuction, esco, fat transfer, and Brazilian butt lift. For any confusion out there isn't a doctor out there that can take credit for anything on me except these boobs.
Yeah, I didn't think that she had a BBL, you know.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Drea. Okay.
But what about Dre's body says BBL though?
Because it looks like proper natural.
Okay.
That's why, obviously.
Why did you pipe up before, Emmanuel? I didn't know that you were a Drea fan.
No, I've heard about it before.
Yeah.
From different sources.
A great man. I've followed Drea for years. She won't be like that. But if she says that, who am I to question another woman?
But can't it be built in the gym?
It can be. Absolutely can be. Right?
Gina had
Gina
no bum
tells
bum.
you.
Yeah.
That was loud. Gina tells you
Nah,
that
just
hers
remembered.
was built in the gym. But Gina shows us years of work. When I met Drea, and the time that I saw that, years hadn't gone by. But again, let me not project. That's fine. If she says that, then I'm actually impressed. I would lie if I said I wholeheartedly believe it, but in this day and age, that's fair then. If she says that, then that's fair.
Yeah, they got to get the subtle jobs are the way forward now, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to do the big thing and that.
Because it just fits her body. Maybe then she didn't actually. Maybe she didn't. I'll be impressed if she didn't, but that's interesting.
I said, ain't a doctor nowhere. Okay.
That's fair then. Maybe that's why the other girls ain't doing it like that then. Yeah, maybe that's why the other girls ain't getting good results then. Because really and truly then, anyone who went to the doctor that she went to, they should be able to replicate the results.
So is there any other cases? Who's got good ones?
Anybody, they're all
I
excessive.
don't know who has one, who hasn't got one, to be honest with you.
It would be like the girls because there was a time I was watching like a lot of BBL surgeries on YouTube, right? And there were girls who were like, they look like Drea because they're small, that like, they're petite in size, and they just got little enhancements, and they honestly look the best. So they're not celebrities. I can't think of any celebrity that's had surgery and actually looks good for it. It's always excessive. So I mean, it's always just dramatic, looking like little puff balls with toothpick. And it's just it's so excessive.
Is it now out of fashion though? The excessive ones.
Yes, because the Kardashians have said so, and they're taking out deadass. They really do control these things. So right now, what they're rocking is the skinny girl aesthetic. So you see how skinny what's her name, Kim looks now, and Kylie as well. So they've taken out some of the work that they've done. So now it's like it's meant to look natural-ish, because Kim looks like her bum is not anywhere. Yeah, she's really reduced over the years. So that's the current wave at the moment, I think.
So what about the normal girls who ain't got the who ain't got like the funds to just switch the wave like that?
You gotta go. Oh, that's too bad then.
So you've got to stay with the old style.
They do payment plans for it though. So
Just lock off the direct debit or.
no, bro, that's the thing. You start a new one to take it out.
Oh,
So whilst you're still paying for the one they put in, you just say, do you know what? Can we just set up a new one to take some out?
That's crazy.
It's wild.
What about Bernice?
Bernice has a banging body.
Yeah. But is it,
Benny's
is
Burgers.
Is it BBL?
Yes, I believe so. Okay. Because back then, the thing is with these girls, the old school girls, when they got it, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
You couldn't admit it because some of them obviously got bomb shots as well, and that was illegal. So, but now the new wave is, saying I got it and doing a vlog and how you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like some of the old school girls, they're still of that mentality of I'm not going to admit it kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's Cardi's body?
Portia.
I swear Nicki Minaj has one or two as well.
She did, but she's got shots.
What's Cardi got?
BBL, lipo. Cardi's got everything. But she's open about it. Like, she's very open about it.
But she looks good though, isn't it?
No, she doesn't.
Ain't she, does she?
She looks good.
I ain't seen her.
She
I'm
has
sure she does.
She has
She
the
looks good face forward.
the small legs vibe.
Yeah.
The small legs and like the ant.
Yeah.
Kind of look.
Giving Bugs life.
Yeah.
Has she got that one?
Yes.
I think so.
Very much so. Very excessive. Because she's small. Very excessive.
I don't know. You're looking at Cardi. I
See
see
it
it.
again, bro. I see him typing.
But find us some
Do you know who's got a
references,
good one though,
Brent.
actually? Portia. From Real Housewives. Because
Hers is
Portia...
too much though.
No, but she already had a bum. Portia's been having cheeks. But I think she got lipo or something. So then it makes her bum look bigger. But her surgery work is good.
So what you think? What, she didn't put more into her bum?
I'm not sure.
I think she definitely did.
I'm not sure. But I think hers looks good. Because her thighs match. Because she's naturally thick.
I don't know who that
slim,
one is.
thick.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Portia's name, but I don't know his face.
Yeah, sorry, Brent, do you mind putting Portia Williams on there, please?
But
was you
Beyonce,
showing? Wait, how come you're
Beyonce.
showing stuff that I'm not seeing? Was you just scrolling? You wasn't it?
You guys are naming so many people super quickly.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
trying to find.
Oh,
Okay, no, okay.
But you move on to the next one.
Oh, sorry, Portia Williams,
I'm gonna
please.
put up Portia Williams.
So, Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
So when I saw Beyonce live the other day, she's a lot slimmer than she is. First, Beyonce has no bum. She has no bum. And then it made me think, I was like, did you get surgery then back then? But I think what it is,
No, Beyonce's never had a bum though. She's just had hips.
yes, but I've seen bum from Beyonce. But I think what it is, I think
Yeah,
maybe she wears
what-
bum pads.
what's the Bootylicious video?
Yeah. She's been bootylicious. And the whole Beyonce album, I was never seeing cheeks. And Lemonade Era, seeing cheeks. But when I saw her live, I was like, you're so small. But I think she lost weight anyway.
Okay.
But also, I think she might have just been wearing bum pads. And because she wears skin-coloured tights all the time, it's just past her bum. But I was very shocked at how small her bum is. She looks good though.
So was we
Very
just
good.
over exaggerating it at the time, or has she actually just made the changes? Because obviously these people are billionaires, so
This is
they can
Make the changes.
they can just make the changes.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
you get what I'm trying to say,
quietly.
that quickly and quietly, whether it be surgery or even naturally, they can afford diets and PTs and stuff that they can.
I think that's Beyonce's story.
Hmm?
Like I feel like that's her story. I feel like she's been like her diet apparently is wild and stuff. So and she works out and all that kind of stuff. So I think it might be that. Did you find Portia?
I've seen a bum picture.
If you go on Instagram, it's there. Actually, to be fair, she's a married woman now, so she's the one who allegedly took someone's man. But then now,
The Nigerian man.
yeah, Simon Gubadia, flipping rich.
Oh, that's Portia.
Yeah,
Oh.
but now that more stories have come out about that, the ex-wife. Actually, let me take my comment back while I'm here. She did not steal that girl's wife, husband. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, is that what she paid for?
No, she didn't.
No, that's
Is that an old picture? That's an
must
old
be
picture.
isn't it?
That's not Portia today.
Can you send me some of your personal links, Emmanuel?
He said, all right.
Because I don't know how you know Portia.
All right.
I didn't bring the external hard drive.
All right.
Yeah, that can't be what she paid for. That's just normal. She woke up with that, surely. And again, I asked a question: how come there was people that are more onto the? Is it because the surgery is so dangerous? Then people are more onto the BBLs than the boob jobs. Because
Because
in
BBL
the-
is the big
yeah, but in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, the boobs was. Remember then, them girls was doing them stupid things where they got these.
That's what I was gonna say. When you asked about why the doctors don't tell them about sizes and stuff, it's because some people feel like while I'm here, I might as well go big or go home. So when you go and get chicken wings, they tell you, yeah, you can get 2 for £1, or if you get 6, you're £4.50. Might as well get the 6. Do you know what I mean? It's like that with Bodyworks. I
Okay.
think while I'm here, I might as well. And I don't know if they tell. I don't know what consumption is like. If they tell them that you might lose some of the fat, I don't know. And they think, okay, well, if I'm gonna lose some, then I might as well add some more. And I don't know, but it's not it. But you're saying why they? I don't know. I think Cause I feel like the boob job girls did get it a lot though. They got it a lot.
But it's not like it doesn't feel the same though.
Yeah, no. Back in our day, boob jobs were rife and no one really cared.
No, because
Like,
they got shamed for it, you know.
You think so? I
No,
don't really remember a time when people were getting shamed for boob jobs. It was so just normalized, very, very fast.
Maybe there was a little conversation when young girls started getting it. There was girls that was like when 17-year-old and 18-year-old girls, and they were getting boob jobs. There's maybe a little conversation there that I could probably remember. But even then, they pushed through that. It was like if they want to get their breast done, let them get their breast done. You get me? Like that was normal. And then again, when things got excessive, maybe like in the adult industry, and then women started doing the crazy things, putting basketballs on their chest and all that, probably highlighted a few things. But I'm saying for the most part, it is what it was, isn't it? But I'm saying like the BBL thing get like shunned and like
I'm not sure why there's a lot more scrutiny on that. I'm not sure why there's.
I think with BBL, I don't know. I remember that with boob jobs, women were shamed. Okay, maybe not as much as BBLs. But then when I think that was younger, I wouldn't have known. That was not what I was taking in. I was taking in Disney Channel. Do you get what I mean? But I do remember there was some form of shame attached to the fact that you're getting your body done.
Yeah.
And I think with BBLs as well, I don't know what it is about BBLs, but I don't know what it is about BBLs. I think part of it is that pusher.
Yeah.
Your hair bump sitting.
Father God.
Her body's banging there. She looks sick in a bikini. But what's it called? Yeah, I don't know what it is with BBL. I think BBL is one of the most dangerous surgeries to get.
Yeah.
100%. Like the number of deaths in BBLs is not spoken about enough. And maybe it's the irresponsibility as well. I think that's what it is. I think if you get stuff done, that's cool. But where you've now got influencers and YouTubers and all these people, public figures, getting BBLs and then giving their followers discount codes.
Yeah.
Like you're getting flipping snacks. It's so irresponsible. I think maybe that's why they get the flack that they do as well. Because it's actually responsible. And that's why when people's bodies get botched now, because you didn't wait enough time to see what the effects are going to be like on you. So now you've told your followers they can get discount code when they go there. Like that girl I spoke about that time. And then your followers go there, and then now they're botched too. And now you're botched. You want people to rally with you and be like, oh no, don't go to that place. But you told people to go there. Give them a discount code. Now their bodies are messed up. But it's all a mess, man. I think people need to take accountability as well, though. Just because you got a discount code, I don't think it's 100% on the influencer who influenced you to go and get BBL. That's a big influence, you know.
But they know they're speaking from a position of power and they know people that look up to them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? So that could, like, someone that you admire could influence you. If it's something that was on your heart already, you was considering it, boom, 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 and then someone that you follow every day, you look up, oh my God, she done it and she's saying it's cool and she's telling me to do it. I'm gone. They got take
some responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works both ways, to be fair. Because I feel like certain things, you can be influenced. Like the most I've been influenced, the wildest thing I was influenced to buy was perfume I'd never smelt because Mel said it was great. And I said, all right, Mel, if you say so. And I went there and guess what? It did smell great. It's one of my favourite perfumes. Do you get what I mean? But I think when it comes to stuff to do with your health and like, you've got to take responsibility and look at it yourself as well, man. Yeah, and the thing is as well, some of them don't tell you that it was free for them.
Yeah.
It was free for them. So they're telling you, oh yeah, this time they break down costs and everything, making you think they paid for it. But they didn't. It's when everything falls apart, then they'll be like, oh, it was sponsored, it was free, and da-da-da-da-da. And then they get paid as well from giving you a discount code. For me, yeah, the best influencers for me are people who try stuff and there's no discount code that accompanies it, because I know that you actually mean that. And that's why I like Mel, because it means that you actually like it. Over time, then, she might have a campaign with them and whatever. That's cool. But if you're telling me something and you're like, I like this, then it's cool. If you tell me you like something and you're like, oh, use S10 to get some money off, you're being paid for that. But people don't think about stuff like that.
It depends though, man. It depends on the product, man. I've been there, man. That's not fair.
Have you been influenced?
No, I'm saying I've
influencer?
I've sold products and throw out the code, and I used it. Like the code is lit. You get me? I wasn't just saying it.
Yeah, but that's he's kidding me.
Yeah. What do you mean?
No, I'm looking at you like, where's this going kind of thing.
I'm saying I've told someone go and use this. Here's my promo code.
But where's the first time you tried that product? Did you try it before? Were you using the product?
Before.
Then reached out to the company and said, I really like this product. Let me give let's work it out. So when they gave it to you is when you realized you liked it and then you had a discount code to the company.
Yeah, but I used it.
Yeah.
One second, you're trying to say it's not genuine. I used the product.
No, I'm not saying it's not genuine because the way you're set up, you're not promoting anything you don't like. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Go with me.
Yeah.
It's the ring brand.
I'm
Yeah, do
with
you know what I mean? Yeah, so with you, I can believe that. But with some people, I can't. Because they swear, like the way they say it, yeah, you will think that's their father's company. I didn't even like it. The only time they've used that product was when they were filming that video with you. That was it. So I think, I think it depends on the person.
Could a brand pay you to wear their clothes if you didn't like them, if it was substantial money? Like clothes you didn't like or brand
Depends how much
like?
it is.
Do the clothes match my image?
I don't know, but I don't want to give you anything that you don't like these clothes. The money's the thing. Forget whether
You don't like the style.
you don't forget because that's helping. You don't like these clothes. So I don't know whether they match your image or not.
And how much
but
money?
where you definitely don't like them.
And how much money?
I'm trying to find out.
You gotta give me a figure. You gotta start off.
What
What are we talking? There's one post? What are we talking about?
This is what it is as well. 'Cause
One
if that's
post-
just-
30 grand
Yeah.
for a year. New trainer company could only wear these trainers if you're going to post a picture in public. If you're going to be outside
A
of,
year?
if you could £30,000.
A
If you're going to
year,
take a
30
picture,
grand?
if post, you could only my trainers.
Guess what? They only get one post.
And the
At the beginning
media.
of the year and the end of the year.
And the
That's
media. No,
ridiculous.
I can't do it. Because then that's gonna fuck up my whole outfit for the whole year.
No, because that's just when you're posting.
Do you know
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
how's that
get?
gonna work? I gotta keep changing my clothes when I'm out. Like it's long.
You're gonna get no feet pictures from me.
Okay, then. So what I'm saying is, yeah. Okay,
Stops at the ankle.
and they want one post a week. So now what we need to
One
establish
post a
is that-
week.
One post a week. The
that's
crepes are
cheap.
meaty. I can't wear nothing
Okay,
else.
so what figure will you need to get to give you this deal? I want one post a week from you.
One post a week.
And in public, yeah. If you post anywhere on social media, I want you. You've got my
You
trainers.
gotta show
on.
the crepes. The crepes
You
are-
can wear whatever you want.
And the crepes are meaty.
You don't rate them, yeah. I think they're the coldest crepes in the world.
Yeah.
But you don't like them, yeah. And if you go in public, and it needs to be my trainers. I want one post a week that where I can clearly, visibly see you wearing the trainers. You can wear whatever you want in your spare time.
Yeah.
But out, basically, it's my shit. What's this costing?
I'm gonna need a cool 2.5 million.
For you? This is just
I can't have a proper conversation with you guys.
No, I'm messing around. All right, give me 150.
150 grand.
Yeah, 150. 200.
Okay. Yeah, a million is still in your heart.
You see how much value that we put on style and little trivial things. I thought £30,000 was that's
not good. That's not good. You're getting taxed on that as well. That's not
For
good.
dead crepes.
You're not getting taxed. You're not getting. That's not good at all.
Tax. Okay, cool.
Do you know you can get like, that's for a whole year, yeah. When you hear what these people are getting paid, yeah, for a whole year, every full body picture you post has to have them stupid ass shoes in them, and you're getting 30 grand.
Yeah.
That's
And
meaty.
it's gonna mess up my outfits too.
The way I see it is, yeah,
That's horrible.
there's night crepes out there that I don't like.
Yeah.
If I put in a picture, I don't think anyone's gonna say anything crazy. So this to me would just be the night crepes I don't like.
No, but this one you can get corn for it though. What are those? That's what you're getting. Hella what are those in the comments?
Potentially.
What's your price, Brent? Because you're a sensible man. I know you'd wear it.
No.
Brennan went shit. You don't like.
I get it.
Look at him speaking for you. Come on, Brent, man. Get off.
No, you're right. I wouldn't wear things I don't like.
Brent's wearing them now.
I'm not a name guy.
No, it's not about name. It's about they're ugly. You find
Yeah,
they're
forget
ugly.
yeah.
It's not your style.
Them.
So you got
There was
we
a
wear
time-
colours
there was
for
a
the
time-
rest of the year.
One, I don't understand the slippers with the stupid alien holes that you all wear.
Oh, I hate
Alien
them.
holes?
Oh,
Them
Crocs.
Yeah.
I'm about
Oh,
to get
yeah.
those out.
Not the
No, not the Crocs. The
Crocs are
the
nasty.
the Yeezy
They're
slides.
worse than the Crocs. Them
Crocs are
Yeezys are
nasty.
Not
disgusting.
the slides.
What
The
about-
Yeezy
Them Yeezys, them
shaped
alien
ones, spaceship
foot-shaped
ones.
things, they are
Crocs
disgusting.
have got a version. I'm getting those. All right, you guys like them when I wear them.
Yeah, all of them are
I like
nasty.
those.
The wave runners, I think they're called, right?
Maybe.
Oh yes, yeah.
I don't even like those platform things that y'all wear when it is y'all go to clubs,
Okay, I know what you mean.
What?
right?
Men or women?
Men and women.
Yeah.
Men are wearing
Unisex,
platforms.
Yeah, the triple S's and the B52s, the BLXCK with the big platform creps
Oh,
that
the
they
queens
keep
and
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
those
thing.
ones.
I ain't call them platforms.
Y'all, that's fashion for y'all, right? So I don't care about my image in that sense to turn on money, right? People don't look for me for image influence anyway. So of course I'll take it.
Yeah, but how much though?
And I rocked the trainers yesterday, right? I found what's it called? I think it's Pull and Bear. I buy my crepes on Pull and Bear now.
You buy
Why
crepes
not
on
Pull
Pull
and
and
Bear?
Bear?
Buy crepes on Pull and
To
Bear.
be fair, I'm not surprised because Brent laces every hole and pulls it. You know what I mean?
That's for the
Why
all
do you have to
stars.
do this?
That's for
No,
the all stars.
no,
That's
no.
for the all stars.
Put the camera on me quickly.
That's for the sorry. No, it wasn't. You.
Brent laces every trainer. Yeah, sorry, every hole, and he pulls the strings like
No,
this.
what? Do you know how tight that is?
It's tight. Have you seen his crepes? You ain't seen his crepes? You must have seen his crepes.
So to be
before.
honest, this is funny, but it's not actually accurate, right? The Converse, I do that nastily.
The white
the
ones.
Converse.
The
Yeah,
white
yeah,
Converse.
yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
it in
I've
Converse,
I've
yeah.
had that for years now.
Why'd you
I
do
go
that?
to the gym with
But
that.
why'd you do that? Don't you like your feet to breathe? Like I feel like my feet are like suffocating in shoes sometimes.
When I go to the gym, I can't have it
That's
loose.
what I thought it was. It was a gym thing. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's a
thought.
gym thing. And I put my socks over my...
Oh, you're so cute. You're
But
adorable.
I don't care about... what I get from Pull and Bear is just like plain classic things.
Okay.
And
No,
it looks just like a classic tennis
Clean
shoe.
white
what's
ones,
the price range there?
£22.
Pull and Bear slaps, first of all. It's under
no,
the
no,
same.
No, I like Pull and Bear. I got a couple hoodies from Pull and Bear. I'm not knocking Pull and Bear, but when it comes to trainers of that price point, I just think, how long are they going to last? Like,
Well,
how
they're
long
not
are they going to last?
disposable the way you think they are, you know.
You know what I mean?
They're not yeah, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, so for my whites,
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4 of the same thing for the whites, right?
Yeah.
Because they get dirty very quickly.
Yeah.
One time I actually went and I was treading in like marshy water. I don't know how that happened, but they last for long for me because I don't go out like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like because it actually is good quality. Like I've seen some of the Zara trainers and stuff like that. Obviously Zara's really their price anyway, but yeah, they're not disposable how you would think that they would be.
Yeah. Okay.
They can last. I need to go and check out Pull and Bear actually. I mean in a minute. But yeah. Why is my name like that?
What's your prices?
He offered us 30 grand.
The medias of crepes. Medias of crepes. Outfit drips.
To be fair though, that's a cheat for you. You barely post anyway.
No, but now you have to post because you don't post. All you're gonna see is you in these crepes.
Just me and these meaty kicks in it.
Any event you go to, suited up, not suited up, you've got them kicks on.
I'd do it for like. Oh, he's trying to bust him right there. Yeah, no, because after I do this, I think if it works, yeah,
You've started something.
they're gone. I'll do this for I need like 100 racks in equity.
I want to find something.
Yeah, I need,
Now I'm a trendsetter.
I need
You're gonna
equity.
make sales.
I need a percentage of every one of these Ross Clark foots going forward. I want to draw
That's
them
smart,
thing.
you know.
Yeah.
That's actually smart.
Yeah, if I'm doing
Hit
it,
me
I'm
up
not
front and moving forward. After the year's done,
Yeah,
every
because
no, but after the
I ain't
during
gonna
the
get rid
year.
of this state. Even
What are
after
these-
this whole year.
What these were the crepes?
The Mariotti's, man. God, the Mariotti's.
The Monyatis. No, Master P has the ugliest crepes, bro. This guy's been pushing ugly traders for 5 years. Monyatis.
Oh, Master P is so funny. But even though if it was Munyati's though, I'd have a range though. I'd be able to find ones I can work with.
The thing is, in recent years,
He's got
he's
a
released
range,
a couple
bro.
of decent ones, but when they first came out, they were the worst trainers I've ever seen in my life, bro. Brent, I beg you, Google Monyatis trainers.
How do I
Master P.
spell it?
Munyati's,
Just write Monyati, it'll come up.
Money.
and Artie, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, MOY.
But make sure you get the ugly ones on screen, though.
ATI or something like that, maybe. Munyati. Oh, he's funny. And he's just pushing them crips. He's moving like them crips are kicking it. He
Like
must be
these,
doing
like,
units
these,
though.
like these type of joints.
Yes, he's bonkers.
Hideous.
I can see Americans wearing this.
Yeah, Brent went to the official website though. He's getting all the latest. No, but those are still ugly. Nah, you're not showing the correct ones, bro.
Oh wait, those was about to be fire. What was those? I saw different prints. I saw leopards.
Like Brent, look. These are the type of joints I want you to show on screen.
You know, Americans are cooking these up. I reckon he must be.
No, he must be for him to be producing this, to be marketing, promoting it. He must be selling the units.
Yeah, these are flagrant. Look at all these stars. Americans are loving
Yeah,
this.
no, but
$94.
these are the newer ones though. Like he's improved the design a little bit, but when he first came out with them, they were so
Those are
butters.
the right zebra.
Well, he's going the right way, isn't he? Look,
What's that? What do you mean?
he's evolving.
When he first came out with them, they were hideous.
I'll take a money out deal. You know, he's got too many stars. I think I'll be able to make it work. I'll be able to make it work.
He used to have the leopard print ones and all sorts.
And they're so flagrant with their dress sense and their style. They must actually love these shoes. These must be the top trainer in America.
Okay, stop. The top trainers in America.
Imagine.
Yo, they got fur on it.
It's got what?
They got fur on it. Look,
Yeah.
it's like Yeti fur.
Yeah, I think they might have one with like
That's a
ostrich.
Yeti fur.
If I dance, Barbie.
One Yetis. Anyway.
That is funny. That was.
Yes.
I think you should. I don't know how you ain't got a pair though.
Who?
You.
Why would I have a pair? Why would I have a pair? Because I'm hip hop. I will not be wearing those.
Love Island.
Okay, who was them?
Oh, Love Island. Where do we start, man? Love Island. I'll be honest with you, man. You are gonna push that. You are gonna bring the narrative back again, man.
What narrative?
That white people are evil.
I ain't watched none of that.
Because I don't know what they was complaining about. I don't know, setting up Facebook groups. This is sensational stuff. This is crazy TV. You know, look at this thing. I think they're gonna walk it back. Surely they must be used to the lingo now. They've had it like been decoded, translated, and all that. They're used to hearing bruv, and all that. Like, surely they must be fine now and just accepting it for what it is, which is like the gold standard of TV right this second. Hey, Love Island's lit.
I love it. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Did you watch the one you missed the other day?
Yeah. Wait, what would I be referring to?
The one before yesterday.
Yeah, but
Scissor Day.
What happened though?
What happened? That was when they had to do the recoupling. That when the new girls came in and they had a date, and they had to watch on a terrace.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, and then after that, and then. So what? Something happened that episode. What is it?
Wasn't it Zach was getting to know the girl? Zach and Tariq were the main guys.
Zach is the white boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was that when she was in the gym? Was that when she was in the gym?
No, that was last night.
That last night?
Yeah, let's just skip to last night. I can't remember what happened 2 days ago. Well, basically, Rishi left, obviously, because they had a recoupling, blah, blah. I'm upset she left. Because the new girls had to pick who they... So basically, it was a recoupling, and boys were going to pick the girls, and then someone was going to have to go anyway. The new girls got to pick first, whoever they wanted. They picked Zach and they picked Tariq. So Molly fuming, Ella fuming. Ella's getting on my nerves, but Ella's Nigerian.
I don't
Makes
like
sense
Ella.
now. Yeah, she's half Nigerian, so I get it
She's
now.
not. I don't think she's nice even.
And then the last three was Ella, Ruchi, and Molly. Mitch is such a Mitch. Like, he's such a
He's a Mitch.
bitch. It's ridiculous. You know what? This girl has been telling him, I don't like you. Like, he's been embarrassed on TV, you know? Embarrassed on TV. And then you have the power. I'm sending Molly home. Or I'm letting her, do you know what it is? Because I feel like if there was two and they had to pick, yeah, I'm letting her know that, obviously they didn't know they had to pick, but I'm letting you know that, yeah, you can't treat me anyhow. Do you know who he picked? Picked Molly.
No, he didn't even just pick her. He done some speech and
This
thing.
is it.
You get me? He done some speech and
But
thing.
from the day one, it's always been you.
That's not nothing. Forget all of that. He picked her, done his whole speech and that, chatting shit about you done the speech, picked her, yeah. Afterward, forwarded into the room talking about, I did that for my boy.
No. Did you see when he said to Zach, "You're welcome, bro." They were at the kitchen table after the recoupling. Ruchi's left. He said, "You're welcome, bro." Do you know what? Oh my God, do you know what it is? Yeah, do you know what it is? He really pisses me off.
Man said
Like, I
that-
can't describe how much he makes me sick.
He said, I didn't even think about Molly. I was just thinking about Zach.
I was just thinking about Zach.
I done that for my boy.
But do you know what's weird? So he said that to Zach here. Then he goes in the diary room, yeah, talking about basically, yeah, he's trying to trick Zach. He's making Zach think that he's not on Molly anymore.
But he is.
But he is. He's going to be underground. So he said, because this guy is a psycho. He lied in his psych evaluation. There's no way they would have let him in that house.
He said,
How
Molly,
crazy that boy
he
is.
said, Molly, look, we can explore our thing, yeah. We just got to keep it low.
Mom, she said, what do you mean?
She's like, what do you mean?
He said, what I'm saying is that we can be like under the radar with it.
Yeah, like, obviously I'm on you, but just don't let no one know it.
He said we can be secretive about it. But you understand that she's looking at him like, I don't want you. So what is there to be secretive about? Do you know what's killing me, yeah? When the boys then come, because the boys clock he's talking to her, they're like, okay, let's go there. Zach and Sammy are like, let's go there and just have a conversation.
He does distraction. He goes, look, you take he's telling Sammy, look, you take Mitch.
I'll take Molly. They get there, they go, oh, am I interrupting? So he's like, nah. They're like, oh, what are you guys talking about? He's like, just, like they were coupling and how crazy it was and like, yeah, it's crazy, man. But I did a solid for you. You're welcome, bro. Like I said, oh my, he kept repeating it. But no one asked you, like all the boys think he's so pathetic. Tyreek has no time for him anymore. Do you know how bad it is? Yeah, this is how bad it is. Molly chose to sleep outside alone than sleep in a bed with that guy.
And then Mitch was like, oh yeah, you're gonna go. You're gonna go as well, Tyreek. Man said, nah, it's cold still.
So obviously, yeah,
I said, nah, man.
Do you know Tyreek? I'm sorry, Tyreek is TV gold.
He's the best thing that's.
Tyreek is TV gold.
He might be the best Love Islander that's ever gone on.
He is.
On God. He's the coldest thing.
I'm giving that. He is.
He's the realest N-word that's ever gone on there.
Like she's sleeping out there because she's like, Zach is my man. He's coupled with another girl, and I don't want to sleep with this psychopath. I'm gonna sleep outside. So Tyreek, you got said nah.
I said, nice.
He didn't care. And he was like, good night, Ella. Put a duvet over his head and went to bed. That's a king.
Tyreek's got too many moments. You get me?
Much.
So Ella and the Leah girl, finally had the conversation about Tyreek was going because she picked him in it. Boom, boom, boom. He's like, oh, he's told me he's going to be open. Boom, 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 boom. So they've had their little girl power moment. So they've kind of squashed it. It's not you, it's him in it. They've sorted it out.
He's the problem here.
Leah's gone now to Tyreek to go pull him and say, look, man's spoke to Ella. Yeah, we're not going to be pulled in two separate directions. You got to make your choice tonight, and you need to know what you're doing. He's just like, this is no. This is what? This is no. I ain't doing all that foolishness.
Do you know what got me first?
I'll take my time. I'm gonna take my time to get to know you again.
Do not finish me. Before he even said all of that, yeah, when she goes, oh yeah, you can't be da-da-da, he goes, look at you getting a backbone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How can you say that? But the thing is, yeah, it was so unexpected. She's like, I've always had a backbone. How could you say that? Do you know how funny this guy is? Do you remember he's the one on night one as well? He was like, your teeth are crazy. He was like to Catherine, he's like, I like your teeth, they're crazy. I love Tyreek, man.
He just shut it all down. She probably tried things in what? No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing it about I'm making no choice tonight. I'm gonna take my time, yeah.
But you know what? Women are down bad. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm just like, we are never going to win. Whatever thing we're doing, we're never going to win because he said all of that, yeah. He's like, I'm not making a decision tonight, I'm making da-da-da-da. And then he was like, I'm feeling you and I'm feeling her too and I want to get this to her. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. I said, oh my God.
But women always go with this honesty route. We want honesty. Yeah. Tyreek's been honest.
From day one.
So people, everything they're saying about him, but they're not saying we can't
call him a liar.
Yeah, you can't chat that much shit about him, innit?
We can say he's blunt. We can say anything, but you can't call him a liar.
There's nothing you can say. Like he's been open, honest. He ain't played no one, no games.
He said to her, yeah, I like you. I like how things are going, but I need someone else to come in so I can really see how much I like you. I need a test. He's been very real from day. I just think what it is jealousy. It's just her envy, it's her jealousy. Which, to be fair, if roles were reversed, he will feel as well. But she's doing too much with it. But she's doing way too much.
I like
of it.
that you don't have the foolishness. Like when what's wrong? Nothing. I'm okay. Why are you telling me you're okay for? You're not okay.
He's like, why's your face like that then?
Yes. Why's your face like that for? Like how are we gonna move for? You're telling me you're alright. You're not alright. Like stop the foolishness. I'm not on your idiot stuff. I'm not on it.
He is so funny. And then when was Ella tried to be like, oh. Yeah, but he said to her, yeah, every time I see you, every time we talk, we're always arguing. She's like, no, every time we talk, you're shouting at me. She's like, I'm not always shouting at you. I said, oh, baby. That's exactly what
From there, when they were sitting down, I was tweeting the whole time. When I was sitting down, she's lost this view. Yeah, you can't argue your way into a relationship with this shit.
This is it. She's been arguing her way into it. And then she goes to him, I'm not doing this. He goes, go find someone else then. Good. I was like, baby, there's no one in the villa. And that's new guy that's coming in. It's going to like Molly. I was like, oh, like, there's no one here for you. She's gonna chop breakfast, but I do think that he's gonna go back to her anyway, though.
You think?
Because you know what I've clocked about Tyreek? He's toxic. He likes that. You know, there's guys that just love a girl that argues that all of that gives it turns him on.
Yeah, but I think
Leah's not giving him that.
I think because they're around each other and like I think he is starting to feel Ella a little bit. Yeah, like
yeah. I think he likes her.
Not too much that he wants to jump out of the pram, but I think he is feeling her a little bit.
Yeah, I think they
but
like
it's
each
just
other.
because that's if they send in just let them send in a cleaner joint. That's more him. She's cooked.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's it. I feel like he likes her. I just don't think he wants to commit to her because he's still thinking the grass could be greener. Even though I can't see the grass right now. But I feel like there's other stuff there. And the thing is as well, because she comes with a lot of like problems.
And she's just always talking.
You're making him tired. Like, it's annoying. Like, it's so annoying to me.
She's always moaning about something, your dumb accent and that. Like, you're just always chatting shit about.
Okay. She's always. Huh?
Which one's this one?
This is the one with the fillers.
Okay.
The pop-up cheeks.
Okay.
And then that meme of Janet Jackson with the...
Who's the mixed face one? The
That's her.
Okay. The one that was like Whitney, that one. On the balcony.
Oh, yeah. That's Ella. That's because she's always pressed. I'm like... Because my thing is, there's a game going on here, but don't make him see you sweat like this. She's literally huffing and puffing and... Relax. And then do you know who's funny now? Do you know what I clocked as well yesterday? Mitch and Molly are the same people. The only difference is that Molly don't like Mitch. So basically, they're the same people with whoever it is that they like. She is to Zach what Mitch is to her. Because Zach is in the gym now with
Charlotte, I think.
Charlotte, yeah. In the gym with Charlotte. They're working out. Obviously, the girls work on the bikinis. Must be lit. Great. She sees them. Her little peacock strut. She's like, I'm going to go to the toilet and I'm going to come and join yous. But obviously, Zach is already shy for you because why are you doing this? Cool. She goes there and then she comes, but she's giving the girl like a deathly stare. And it's just like, what is wrong with that? You lot are really dying for it.
The bit that I love the most about that, is that the girls cooked her up. Like, they didn't just let her get away with it. They just put her on blast. Like, you're doing foolishness.
Disdain for Molly is too much.
She's like, oh, Jess, you should come get involved. She's like, nah, I don't think I want to come get involved in that triangle.
Oh.
So, whoa.
They're just like, oh, should I have said that? They were like, no, should have said that. But no, Jess, the way Jess doesn't like Molly, because when she went out as well, when she went out to sleep outside.
Yeah.
And then when Finny said, Zach, you should join her, Jess said, you better not move. Just say, no, you better stay in that bed. She's doing that for attention. She's making a statement. Stay there. But the way Jess doesn't like Molly is too funny. But I was like, this is so, like, I feel like the girls are so pathetic. I can't. Like Molly looks so pathetic to me yesterday. I could not believe it.
Yeah, she's damn bad, man.
And then she's watching the girl. And the thing is, like, and then Charlotte clocked, and Charlotte was like, do you know what? I know what you're doing. I'm just going to leave it. I can't bothered. Because it's pathetic. And the thing is, Zach also clocks what she's doing. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah,
like, why he's not moving like this,
Zach's one of them, man. Zach will just, when he's talking to a gal, he just says whatever they want to hear as well.
Yeah, he does. He's a liar. He's a true liar.
Zach don't know what he wants. He don't know if he's coming.
That boy can lie.
He's full of shit. You could tell.
He's telling every girl, yeah, I'm just on you. Every girl, yeah, like, I'm enjoying getting to know you. Like, yeah, what is with her door still open?
Are you closed off? Because that was the joke. That was killing me yesterday. I was saying, how can Mitch be the only one that's closed off?
Because he's a bitch. Mitch is such a lie. I can't, like... Honestly, he lied. He lied to the producers. There's no way this guy's a sicko. And do you know what's mad? Do you know how you know you're a sicko, yeah? Is that when the new girls came in on that dinner date when they were cooking for them, he scared them. He scared the new girls. Because what was he said? He said to was it Leah? And he was like, "Oh, like, who do you like?" Yeah, because like I like you, and I just feel like me and you would get along really well, and me and you would. And she was just like, "This is too much."
Slow down.
She was literally in the interview, and she's like, I like when guys are like forward, but he's way too forward. Yeah, the guy's sick. He's a sicko.
Which is crazy.
They're trying to talk about. He's trying to say the reason why he's moving like this is because in the outside world he doesn't have to graft for girls.
Yeah, I get anything I want. Like,
no, you
anything
don't.
I want.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You know who?
No, this is a crime.
I'll tell you who the truth is. Yeah, Whitney is the truth.
Whitney is the best, man.
Whitney is the truth.
Whitney is the absolute Whitney. I love Mehdi as well, you know.
Yeah, he's cool still.
Mehdi's a vibe. Mehdi was like, what did he say? He was like, there's people in the house that are bonkers. But that's my new favorite word. He's like, is that English? I love when he says that. When he says something, he'll be like, is that English? And it's like, yeah, it is, babes. It is. I love Mehdi. I love Whitney, man. Whitney is hilarious.
Yeah, cause she just, you know what it is, yeah, why I like her, yeah, because she can't hold her laugh. She can't. Like, you see that if something's funny, yeah,
she's laughing.
She laughs, but she laughs at like all the things that I laugh at. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like she's watching it at home with us.
Yes, but it's like she's seen it in 4K, so I get why her laugh is even heartier than mine. Whitney's hilarious. When they did a game, and they were like, pick the who you think is playing the biggest game, or high-fived them or something. She high-fived Molly.
Yeah.
Then Molly tried to be like, Molly tried to call him. I was thinking Whitney's the person to call out. She tried to be like, oh, why did you? She's like, I can't remember if it was you. I was like, let's just do. You remember who exactly it was? You know it was the black girl. She's like, oh, I can't remember if it was you, but why did you say that I was the one playing the biggest game? She said, because you're not being honest with the guys. You're telling Zach one thing, you're telling Mitch one thing. She said, I think you could have been honest with Mitch earlier and he would have known. She's like, oh, okay. I really don't like Molly, man. I really can't stand the girl. But new guys going in, I need some black guys to go in. That's what I need. Like a OV, sexy black guy. Not mixed race, black, older guy. That's what I need to go in. That is assertive, that knows what he wants, not playing games. I want to see all the girls crumble.
That will turn the island on its head.
That's what I need. I need it on his head. Because there's so much drama already.
They just needed the white guy to go up against Zach, which I think they've tried to do.
But he's not winning that because Zach is still buffer than him.
Well, then you need to talk to the producers. The
producer, I just called him out to do
They need to make them think. They need to send one in there that can go against Zach.
Like Italian, like a sexy Italian.
Something. And then they need to, even though Tyreek's too comfortable in his, you get what I'm trying to say? Because he's not even like he's going for the throne. Like he don't even want to be the king of that castle. Like he's just happy being in the yard. He's just doing what he pleases. You get me? I think he needs someone in there to
challenge him.
Yeah.
To rattle him a little bit. You get me? Like he's too smooth at the minute. Like no one ain't got no moves for him.
No, none. But you know what it is though? Because I don't think even if someone else came in, they would, because he's honest. You actually can't fault a guy when he's honest. Because he's told you. And you see how he tried to act like he didn't want to be... So basically, obviously the girls picked first year and they picked him. He's out here looking all disappointed. I said, this is what happens when you flirt. When you're flirting for jokes and for bands, now they want to take it seriously. Now you're confused.
Yeah, but he was sitting down like he was all disappointed. But then afterwards, their reasoning, he weren't moving. Like he never had no problem.
This is it.
You get me? When he was sitting down,
I think because Ella wasn't looking at him. And I feel like he's kind of... Not that he's scared of her, but her mood... I feel like he does care when she's in a mood. And it throws him off.
Because he's sitting there, she's sitting there talking to him. He's talking to her, innit? But he's looking like into the room, innit? And that kind of thing. He's probably just looking to see like where Ella is.
Yeah.
And that's when the girl's saying like, "Bro, why are you looking that way for? There's nothing that way. Like, sit this way."
Thinking,
like.
I'm scared. Because she's probably watching and there she was. She was in the balcony.
Low behold.
Peeping. With gaps. Now the girls are down bad. They're pathetic. I can't even lie to you. Like the way they're playing the game is so like the only person that's playing the game. Do you see how people keep trying to tell Whitney your clothes on? And she's like, don't do that. Whitney's just waiting for her type to come in, and they keep trying to put her medis together. She's like, and they keep saying, oh, you should cuddle, or like at least. She's like, no, the other day I let him touch my shoulder. I said, oh dear.
So is she coupled with him at the moment?
With Medi, yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like they just both need their type. But there's such a good like friendship couple. I do think over time he's one of the that will grow.
I think she likes him, but not like.
But he's not a typical type. So she's
sense.
fighting it. I feel like she's fighting it because it's like she likes him because he's so lovable and so like he's actually a really really cool guy, but he's not her usual type. So she's fighting between what she's used to and what's new. And I hear it. I'd do the same fight. I'd fight that.
Is
fight.
Betty the guy that y'all say isn't gay? Okay.
That people keep making jokes about.
Because I was getting that vibe when you said something about, oh, is that English? When you said that, I was thinking, what is he?
No, because he's French.
Okay.
So everything he does is very French. So he was like, oh, everybody in this house is moving very bonkers. And he's like, bonkers, my new word. It's just so cute, man. I think it's so cute. But and then tonight we see Jess crying because Catherine. So basically, because I'll be honest, as much as I like Jess, she's funny and whatever, she's doing a bit too much when it comes to Molly. She's bitching a bit too much. Any chance any window opportunity she gets, she's bursting through it with stuff to say. And I get it though, because also even like when they were doing the recoupling, the girls that all held hands, Molly just stood there. I don't think anyone likes her because she's just I don't think anyone likes her, man. I don't think she's not a girl's girl.
Does she behave like she's the best looking in the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
She behaves like that, but also like she snakes the girls. Okay. So if she knows that the way she handled the whole Catherine thing was out of order, in my opinion. I think she just let Catherine know, like, this is what's going on, kind of thing. You don't hear me?
Yeah.
My mic has been acting up today.
No, it's not you.
Oh, but so tonight I can see we see a preview of Catherine saying to her, "No, you were doing something. You were staring down or something like that," and then she's come to cry about it.
Okay.
Where's Brenda got his walk up? You're so
Such
bad,
a sassy babe. I love it.
Sassy?
Yeah.
Is Have they changed the... Never mind.
Definition of sassy.
No. I thought it was just heterosexual people in here.
No, everybody can sassy. Everyone can be sassy.
What?
Anybody can be sassy.
He is heterosexual, Brent.
He's heterosexual.
Oh, is that what he said?
What? What's going on here?
Never mind.
I'm confused. But yeah, man, I'm here for it. I hope though that the argument tonight is not because of Catherine, because you know they'll get her
out of there, boy. Those white tears.
And you know they're already on edge with the whole bruv and all that stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
but I feel like it isn't though. I don't think it is. I think they just did that.
I think they edited it like that.
I think they did. But just crying, I'm like, don't cry now because you've been talking about these people for time, and then now you're confronted by you want to start crying. Save them tears, man. Them white women tears.
Andre needs to relax as well. He needs to get out of there. Andre needs to go home. Ella needs to go home.
Yeah. I want to, but do you know, for TV's sake, I want to see how Ella is with Casamore. Because Tyreek is going loose. I want to see movie night with Ella. That argument's going to span over like 4 episodes. Actually, I don't want to see that. I don't think I want to.
She's got to the point where it's too moany now, and all the interactions is just her moaning. It's not going to work. It's just going to push,
that even when she's walking around here, she's just screwing and just angry looking. All that. Like, relax, man.
Yeah, this girl that whole thing that she was talking about, that whole in the kitchen, and you said you was gonna, you said you was open, but it's not about that. It's how you're going about it and the disrespect, and it's right in front of me and all that. And it's like all this stupid stuff. And it's like you are stuck in the villa. Like if he's gonna talk to someone else, he's gonna talk to someone else. There's nowhere.
And it's always gonna be in your face.
Yeah, it's always gonna be in your face. You are in the yard together. You get me? So it's like once you do that, and you try and get your mitts into someone, and then you just speak from a position of power, and it's like, all right, cool. Oh yeah, you're allowed to go and speak to anybody, but then they use that disrespect. Oh, but don't disrespect me. They just chat. They don't want you to speak to anyone. It doesn't matter how you do it.
And this is it. That's as much as they're giving us good drama and stuff. I'm just like, how do you not understand what you're here for?
Yeah, no.
It's been a week. Like, someone said though, Tyreek never watched that show. He said he never watched Love Island before he came on that show. You can just tell. Boy, he's just here for a good time. He's on holiday. He's on a boys' holiday with son and women coming in and out of the villa as he pleases. He's having a great time.
He's a realist. He's on what I'm on.
I love it.
I've never seen a man move like this.
On Love Island.
On Love Island. In my life.
He said that's what I'm literally here for.
Like he ain't playing no games. Like man must think I'm some idiot. No, he's not on it. He just...
When he said to her, look at you getting a backbone, I said, how can you say that?
No, it's too much. It's too much, and he just does it all like
so casually.
Like with that cheeky look, like it's like
you couldn't put him up on it. He wouldn't know.
You can't put him up on nothing.
He wouldn't know what you're talking about.
He's
he
like,
said that when he said about the backbone, he'd be like,
I swear there's something like, but it's like, oh yeah, you can talk to other girls. I wouldn't say talk to other girls. You couldn't stop me anyway, or I know I can. Or
so she was like, yeah, obviously, like, I don't mind you talking to other girls. He was like, you couldn't. Yeah, he was like, mind you, like you couldn't stop me anyway. Then he saw her face and he was like, I'm joking, but he wasn't joking. He made that shit. Because when she said it, I said the same thing. I'm thinking you can't stop him, and he was like, whatever he's thinking, he says it. Whatever he's thinking, and you don't know where it's gonna go. The fact he sat this girl down and said, I'm having a great time with you. You are the one for me in this house. This and that, and she's cheesing and said, but I need people to come in because I just need to test how I really feel.
But initially, though, when she first came in, he said, "This is the test that I needed," and it's got me like me and Ella. So Ella's messing herself up.
But I think she didn't expect the test to last that long. She thought the thing where he needs to just see another girl, have a conversation. He wouldn't like her because in her mind she's the waviest for him, right?
And she's saying, "Yeah, you're gonna talk. You're not gonna have nothing better than me." And
this is it. So so in her mind, a girl's gonna come in. She's gonna be like to him. He's gonna have a conversation and be like, "Oh, Ella's better." But what she didn't factor in is that there could be another bitch that's better than you. Not necessarily in looks, but in vibes. And this is the thing, because she keeps arguing with him and stuff like that. It's a good time over there. So he's having a good time. But I'm here for it, man. I love this season already.
What about, I saw a clip of the white guy saying he's not going to apologize to the black woman.
Oh yeah, that was when he kissed Molly. That was when he kissed Molly. And she was like, the way you went about it is disrespectful. And he was like, I'm not going to apologize. He did eventually, though. Okay. He's a phony. I don't believe his thing anymore. But don't you see that now he looks stressed these days? He hasn't got that glow anymore. It's like heavy as the head now. Like I feel like all these stuff is stressing him out.
Because his lies are just going to catch up to him, man.
It's all catching up to him.
You just be lying to people in there.
Yes. He goes to Molly and says, like, yeah, like, you're my main one, da-da-da. Then he goes to other guy and says, I'm real open.
Yeah, like I'm not closed off, I'm open,
This
and
is
I'm
it.
this and I'm that, and I'm resistant to.
But also, Leah and Molly know each other from the outside anyway. And these girls are going to talk. Because the thing is, basically, it's also weird this season because they're not doing, usually what they do is they have, like all the girls will talk together in the morning, all the boys talk together. We've got different groups of people. So I think there's maybe like some other stuff that's going on that they're not showing on camera because it's always in sections. So, but what it is that there's certain people, someone like Whitney and Jess, they are cool with everybody. So whilst Leah can be telling them what Zach has said here, and Molly's not present there, when Molly's now present with Leah or whoever was present in that other group, information is going to spread.
But that's how you know. That's how you know they've done it. That all the gossip and all the drama is rife in it because they can't sit them all together. Because
This is it,
in the morning, someone's going to need to sit down and be able to get their shit off about Molly and that, innit? And if she was there, they wouldn't be able to do it. So they split them. They've done it with the boys as well.
Yeah, because the boys are sick of Mitch, man. I can't, and I hate that he keeps calling Zach son. Like, yes, son. You're right, son. The fact that this guy kept saying, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome, bro. And then Molly anyway ended up telling Zach his stupid plan. And Zach was just like... And Tyreek was like to him, when Molly went outside here, Tyreek was like to Mitch, surely now. Surely, bro, this is done now. Surely it's done. He's like, yeah, it's done. Next morning, what's on his lips? Molly. Stop it, man. You're embarrassing.
I did that for my boy. That was funny.
So I wasn't even thinking about her. I said I did that for my boy. I did that for the boys. You're welcome, boys. Shut up, man. You should have been the one to go.
All right.
Anyway. Are we doing question of the day quickly or should we just move on?
Move on.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into headlines.
I don't even know. Let's go check them. Go plan my Manchester dates now, boy.
Well, our first headlines. Former Cabinet Minister Nadine Dorries has said she will not resign until she gets more information on why she was denied a peerage. The Boris Johnson ally announced last Friday she'll be standing down as an MP for Mid-Bedfordshire with immediate effect. Ms Dorries has accused Rishi Sunak's team of removing her name from Mr Johnson's resignation honours list. In a tweet, she said she had requested all correspondence around her removal. She said that she put in a subject access request to the House of Lords Appointment Commission, the Cabinet Secretary and the Cabinet Office. Obviously, this subject access request allows an individual to receive a copy of all their personal data held by a government department. And in a multi-tweet thread, Ms Dorries said that she had requested copies of WhatsApp messages, texts, emails and meeting minutes relating to the process of her nomination for the House of Lords. Once she receives them, this is what she said, she will take the time to properly consider the information she's provided. She went on to say, it's absolutely my intention to resign, but this process is now sadly necessary. She added that her office continues to function as normal, and I will, of course, continue to serve my constituents. Second headline, trigger warning here. Some sad, some deaths basically at sea, where at least 79 people have died and more than 100 have been rescued after their fishing vessel capsized off the coast of southern Greece. But survivors and Greek officials said that hundreds more migrants were on board. The government said that this is one of Greece's biggest migrant tragedies and has declared 3 days of mourning. The boat went down about 80 kilometers southwest of Pylos after the Coast Guard said it had refused help. Coast Guard said that the boat had been spotted in international waters late on Tuesday by an aircraft belonging to the EU border agency Frontex. No one on board was wearing life jackets, it added. A few hours later, around 1:40 in the morning on Wednesday, someone on the boat is said to have notified the Greek Coast Guard that the vessel's engine had malfunctioned. But shortly after, the boat capsized, taking only 10 to 15 minutes to sink completely. A search and rescue operation was triggered, but complicated by strong winds. The boat is thought to have been going from Libya to Italy, with most of those on board believed to be men in their 20s. And the last headline, this is like a continuation of a situation with the US Marine who was filmed basically choking the homeless man on a subway train in America. So basically, a New York grand jury have indicted this former US Marine who was filmed placing a homeless man in a fatal chokehold on a subway train. The decision comes after prosecutors last month charged Daniel Penny with second-degree manslaughter for killing street performer Jordan Neely. The grand jury decision was necessary for prosecutors to formally charge Mr. Penny, who is free on bail at the moment. Mr. Penny said he was acting in self-defense during the 1st of May incident. The formal charging document is expected to be revealed at a later date. If found guilty of second-degree manslaughter, he could face up to 15 years in prison. The family of Mr. Neely said that the second-degree manslaughter charge should be upgraded to murder, and the killing shocked the city, as we all know, and led to questions about the safety of public transit and treatment for mentally ill homeless New Yorkers. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into topic of the day.
All right, so today's topic of the day, I wanted us to look at loyalty, Obviously, I don't want us to go too deep into it in the traditional sense, but actually just look at it kind of...
holistically.
Yeah. And also kind of look at the limitations of loyalty, or if it should come with limitations, right? So a lot of the time people say, oh yeah, I'm loyal to this particular person, and some people even say, oh, I'm loyal to a fault, for example. But do you feel like that's a wrong thing to be? Does that kind of defeat the purpose of loyalty? Or should loyalty come with these necessary limitations?
How could it defeat the purpose?
Because defeat the purpose and defeat the actual definition of what loyalty is.
Yeah.
According to,
Should we get a definition?
Okay, Brent, can we have an official definition, please? If you don't
Where's
mind.
bad?
Yeah, because I need to know how loyalty is defined to know if being loyal to a fault defeats that. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
The loyal to the fault's on you, not to the person.
Yeah.
So how does it?
How
does it still defeat the form of loyalty? If that makes sense.
No, because I don't think it's necessarily you, because it could be them knowing that you're loyal and they take advantage of that. So that's the fault. That's how I would define a fault.
Yeah, and they take advantage of you. So when you're saying, if I said I'm loyal to a fault, the fault wouldn't be, my loyalty wouldn't affect the fault wouldn't affect you. It affects me, innit? Yeah.
So it's detrimental to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Loyalty is a commitment to a person, group, or cause. It is the willingness to stand by someone or something even when it is difficult. Loyal people are faithful, trustworthy, and dependable.
Period.
They are willing to put the needs of others before their own, and they are always there for support.
Oh, so that's me.
He's an Arsenal fan, man. Loyal to the grave,
Dead
man.
ass.
Through thick and thin.
You are loyal to the damn fault.
The good times and the bads. But mainly the bads, because it's been bad lately. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so even like using Arsenal for example, football. Is it good to be loyal to that degree?
Yeah.
Does it benefit you?
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't believe that. You ain't saying that with belief.
What about the stress and the pain of supporting a team that battles it every single season?
It's all a part of it, man. It's all a part of it. Football's not about the wins. It's about the journey, the highs, the lows, the don't look at me like that, Esther.
No, because you know what it is, yeah? What you're telling me sounds like what you've had to tell yourself to keep
No,
going.
true though. Ask Marks.
So it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's beautiful.
Go and ask people who support football teams who never win anything. Go and ask them why they support their team. Some teams never win nothing, but they have low fans because it's not just about winning though. I'm trying to say.
That's fair.
Am I lying?
No, it's facts though.
Yeah.
Is that a bit different though? Because those teams, like, you don't expect that. But someone like Arsenal now, we're always so close.
Yeah, but Arsenal won trophies. I've lived to see Arsenal win trophies. So for me, it's not. There are some people who haven't seen Arsenal win the Premier League. I've seen it 3 times. I mean,
Okay. So in other areas of life now, for example, okay, you know what? Let's stay on football. Yeah, I saw a post the other day about I think it's Kyle Walker, right back for Tottenham. Yeah, before anyway.
yeah.
Didn't win nothing, right? Everyone obviously wanted him to be loyal to Tottenham.
Yeah.
They gave him his start or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Moved to Man City now. He's won all the trophies in the world, right?
Yeah.
That loyalty there to Tottenham, would that have been unwarranted?
No, but
or should he have?
On the player side, that's business. That's your job, innit? You don't have to be loyal to your job.
But what if he supported Tottenham as a kid?
But he didn't.
No, there are some players that like that. For example, maybe Rooney supporting Everton but leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's still a business.
Alan Shearer went Newcastle.
you know what I'm saying?
Was that loyalty detrimental to him?
Yeah.
So he would have won more, you reckon? Well,
If he went to United, 100%. 100%. But it's a business at the end of the day because a team will sell you before, you know what I mean? Look at the NBA. If they trade you in your sleep, you wake up to find out you've been traded. You know You're gonna go move to Denver from Miami.
You wake up and you're traded.
You're livid.
But that's a good point though, because it's like, does it make sense to be loyal to a thing or organization or whatever that's not loyal to you? So, for example, Arsenal may not care about the fans' opinion about certain things. NBA team may not care about this particular player. Football teams may just sell a player.
Yeah.
But it's like you're still kind of required to be loyal to them.
I think it's different when you're talking about fans and talking about players, isn't it? Because players, you're being paid. It's a business. It's actually your job, and the team will sell you and trade you if they want to. Being a fan is different to me. The loyalty is based on a lot more than just winning it. I mean, some people support a team because that's their local clubs where they grew up. It's close proximity. There's a lot more than just winning because, like I said before, there's teams who don't win nothing. And there's teams in the Championship, there's teams in the Premier don't win nothing. West Ham won their first trophy for how many years?
For you.
Okay, so last question this year. Would you feel different if you was a footballer playing? So again, you love Arsenal. You came up in the academy.
As a footballer,
Yeah.
there'd be certain things I wouldn't do. For example, I wouldn't go to play for example, as an Arsenal player, I wouldn't go to Spurs. So I have certain teams I wouldn't go to.
That's if you was like, you're saying that as a Londoner,
Yeah. So if I was an Arsenal player, but I also supported Arsenal.
No, but I'm saying like Reece Nelson
Yeah.
wouldn't want to play for Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. But flipping Tommy Yasu
It depends who it is. It depends.
could go and do it.
Yeah, some do. Because look at Adebayor, he went to play for Spurs. It
That's what I'm
depends.
saying.
Some players don't take on the history and the rivalry. To them, it's a business. They're sharks. Like Adebayor doesn't care about Arsenal and Tottenham's rivalry, right? But certain players, Jack Wilshere will never go over. Even if he weren't English born, I'm pretty sure someone like, even like an older guard. He hasn't been there for a while, but I can see based on his trajectory, I see him being a player who wouldn't go to Spurs. I might be wrong, but you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
So, like, in a more holistic view, yeah, should loyalty always come with grace? Or, like I was saying, should it have limitations? Or does it have limitations?
I feel like it already comes with grace.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like being loyal to someone already comes with grace, but there definitely should be limitations and boundaries and stuff.
Can there be both?
Yeah. That's where you be loyal, but you wouldn't be to a fault. That's where the boundaries kick in.
Okay, so can you give like an example, for example? Yeah.
It's hard to think of an example, but I can have a friend who I'm loyal to. Grace will come in where, like, I'm loyal to you, I'm a good friend to you, you can trust me, whatever. Grace comes in if you're going through something, or you're not being a good friend to me at the moment, blah, blah. Boundaries have to come in now when, if I'm going through something and you're not there for me, or you don't even pay any attention or any mind, even though I've expressed to you what it is I'm dealing with, because, yeah.
But is that loyalty or that's just being a good friend?
Now, it takes loyalty to be a good friend. You could be a friend. You could be a bad friend. I think to be a good friend takes loyalty.
Can you be loyal to someone that you're not a friend to?
Yeah.
Can you be loyal to someone you're not? When you say not a friend to, do you speak to like dislike or a lack of relationship?
More so a lack of relationship.
Let me Google what loyalty means again.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure the definition
Reminder.
of loyalty. Loyalty is being used
Loyalty
right
meaning, so
right now.
it's
Because in friendship, like not being there for you in your time of need doesn't mean that I'm not loyal to you.
Okay.
It means that I wasn't available that day or something. I'm not. That's not being loyal, right?
But then loyalty can be a...
If it's something that she said, like I've expressed a certain thing,
Yeah.
so you know and you're aware of it, you going out of your way to make sure you're there would speak to your loyalty to that person and that friendship, innit?
Yeah, because it's a form of support.
Yeah, that's
I
what he
hear
said.
you.
He said standing by a cause no matter how difficult or whatever. So it speaks to your loyalty.
Standing
innit?
by someone's support.
You're going through things, you're busy, you're whatever, but you've made special dispensations to make sure to come here and be here for me. That speaks to your loyalty to our friendship, bro. You get me?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think I would use loyalty to describe that though. If a friend never showed up for me, I wouldn't say, "Oh, you wasn't being loyal," because what would they? It's like I would look at it this way. Just to say, my friend had a choice to be there with me or someone else, right? Or even maybe the person's my enemy, or whatever, and they chose to be the other person. That to me is testing your loyalty. If you weren't there for me in a time of need, that could be so many different reasons. Loyalty to me isn't the definition of what that act is.
So it depends on the reason why they were not there.
Yeah, the reason why they're not there.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So you're just, if it's pit against, like, if you choose someone over me, or if you snake me or whatever, then that's that's just.
I think that's how I look at loyalty. Like snaking me, picking someone else over me, choosing someone else over me when maybe I was the obvious choice.
Yeah, but then the broader definition of loyalty, what they said and all that stuff, it speaks to commitment and you know what I'm trying to say. Like it speaks that kind of stuff. So I get what you're saying. So even if you haven't, yes, you're right. You could be busy. You could be things. So you might not look at it and say, okay, cool. That's not a disloyal person because they haven't snaked me. They haven't done anything or whatever. Yeah. But then your friend, you can see loyalty and a commitment to a cause. Like I'm saying, you are busy, but forget what I've got going on. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I ain't got the time. I'm gonna make the time. I'm gonna and you speak to it. That's what I'm saying. That speaks to your loyalty, to our friendship, to this cause. You're committed to this cause of supporting me right now. You get me? That is loyalty.
No, I understand what you're saying for sure. I just don't feel like I would accuse my friend of being disloyal if they weren't there for me in a time of need. But I get the way you're framing it though.
So okay, wait. Let me think. Then you wouldn't frame them as disloyal, but it's like
I'll probably just say.
So what about if there was a few incidents, and that's what I'm trying to say. That so, but they talk a good game. Yeah. But every time they're not there. Does that speak to disloyalty? It's like because
I hear you. It speaks to disloyalty, but for me, it's like they don't care. They don't care. I'm not a priority in their life. But I don't have to be a priority for you to be loyal to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have a skewed image of what the word means, but I wouldn't define it that way.
Yeah, I suppose what you're saying. We'll just go to trust, innit?
Yeah, like a care, trust. You're not particularly caring. I'm not a priority. I feel like for me, unless I've seen you choose something over me, where it's detrimental to me. Maybe that's where I say, okay, cool, you were disloyal. Yeah. I mean, like a friend going behind my back to do something to my detriment. That's being disloyal. Yeah. If you're just not there for me when I needed you, I wouldn't say you're being disloyal because nothing's happened on that other end.
Yeah, but it's just packed up in different ways, isn't it? It's like a snake, man, because obviously we've got our friendship here and you draw on it for whatever things, whether it be positive, whether it be when we're going out, you want to turn up, whether it be you want to catch jokes, whether it be you want to talk to me about football or box sets, movies, whatever. You're drawing on our friendship when it suits you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and then, but when I need, you're never there. For other stuff, serious stuff, you're never there for me. Like, that does speak, that does speak to like, you're not loyal. Like you're just using man. Like you know what I'm trying to say. Like you're just using man for the good times and for the fun times, or for anything banter, light-hearted. Anytime I need something proper, you ain't here for me. There is loyalty, man. You're not loyal. You have to snake. That's nothing to do with snaking at anybody else. It's just showing you the dynamics of our relationship. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it doesn't serve both of us equally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That could definitely speak to loyalty if you break it down. You get me?
That's what you're saying.
Does that depend on the type of person they are, though? Because some people can't necessarily have deep conversations where they can offer advice and offer something productive to that particular situation you're in. Like, does that factor into if you see them as loyal or not?
Yeah, because I suppose then you have to know your audience, innit? Like, so it's like you can't expect something of someone if you know that's not what they're capable of. That'll be wrong of you. So that I think in that sense that would be different. If you know this person's not they're not in tune emotionally or emotionally mature, or can't express themselves, to expect them things of that person, knowing that they're not like that, is kind of stupid, isn't it? This is pointless.
Would you rate them in the same way as somebody? So, for example, someone who is there for you, right, and can offer that. Would you rate them in the same way in terms of loyalty as the person who is not really astute in that type of area, but can be there physically and give you, just be there?
Yeah, because I don't like you saying, because obviously, like what you used to saying, like there's different ways of seeing loyalty in it. Like, so just because you might not be able to, you might fall short in one way, but you might excel in a different way. You get what I'm trying to say? There's still different versions of loyalty. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, see, like with trust and all these kind of things, like these things ain't linear. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like when trust is broken, but sometimes someone could do one thing, and you act like the trust is broken, but then that's not necessarily true, if that makes sense. Like, you have to know who your people are, innit? Like I might not be able to trust. You say that even like with cheating and stuff like that, the people trust is broken. I can't trust you no more. And it's like sometimes the whole relationship that we built up should be more than that, because you need to do some critical thinking, like stuff like maybe you can trust me with your life, you can trust me with your well-being, you can trust me with your finances. You know what I'm trying to say? Like your best interest, all these things. You might not be able to trust me around. Gal, you know what I'm trying to say? But then just that one little thing, does that mean that there's no trust all across the board just because I fall short in one little area?
Does that mean you're disloyal?
That's what I'm asking. If I fall short in one area, does that mean I'm disloyal? What if I've got loyalty in different things, but there's just one area where I fall short? Does that mean I'm disloyal as a whole?
Are you asking me? Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So you said a lot there.
I know. Sorry.
Do you know what I think? I feel like even if your friend doesn't have, because when I think of like loyalty, I think of like support as well and showing up, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that even if you don't know how to deal with something or you don't have advice or whatever it is, I think there's still ways. I think part of loyalty is still finding a way to show up for someone at time of need. Because a lot of people say that when people are grieving, and they always say, "Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know." But then you end up doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's ways that you can find out how you can show up for something. Obviously, if I can't give you advice, that's fine, but I can still check in that you're okay. But the issue is that sometimes people just don't do anything at all. So then now, that is a form of disloyalty for me, personally, because you haven't even checked in. Yes, you don't have the answers, but at least check in so I know that, you're thinking of me. You're aware that I'm dealing with something. Do you know what I mean?
So if the person, for example, tried, let's just say, 3 to 5 different situations before, text you or called you, and you was like, "I'm fine, I just need space," or whatever. Right? And they thought, this is the response I'm going to get from you anyway. Yeah. Let me just give you the space like you requested those other times. Would you still see that as disloyal?
Yeah. Because I'm not wired that way. Okay. So I can understand you need space because you're grieving. However, I will let you know that I'm here should you need anything. Okay. Things might change. You might not need space this time. But if the 100th time you're telling me you need space, that's fine. But you still know that, if I need someone to talk to, I can go and talk to Esther. I feel like, someone needing space isn't enough for me to give them space forever. Do you know what I mean? There's a healthy way.
What if being loyal to someone or something is not to your benefit? Like, will you begrudge someone if they weren't loyal to you, but because they got a better offer elsewhere? Like, for example, let's just say Loon's got an offer to be on the pod with someone else. They're going to pay him racks. But obviously, you brought Loons in. He should be loyal to you, build it together. But this opportunity he's getting, it's going to change his life for the better. So would you see him as being disloyal, right, for leaving you and taking this opportunity? Or would you see him as taking the opportunity better in his life? Or is he being disloyal for taking that offer?
No, I don't think he's being disloyal.
Okay.
But doesn't that depend on how he moves with it, though? Like, if he comes in and says to you, say they were going to announce it, but he comes and lets you know before the announcement, I feel like you wouldn't say that's disloyal. But I feel like if he didn't say anything to you, he's been recording with you, was here with you the Thursday, the Friday, the announcement goes that he didn't say anything to you, wouldn't you say that's disloyal?
I mean, I'm sure there's a word for it. I'm sure there's a word for it, but it's like, if it really, obviously, because if you start hiding things and going around, then it speaks to your intentions and stuff, and then that's where it gets cloudy. Then there's bare different things. It's more than loyalty. There's all different conversations to have there. You get me? But it's like, if something, I wouldn't think it speaks to disloyalty for you to take the opportunity that's gonna that we're saying is gonna benefit, that's gonna better your life, innit? Because it is what it is. It speaks to your loyalty if you don't do it.
Yeah, it speaks to how
loyal you are. I'm trying to say,
like,
if you don't do it and then cool. But I just don't think, because the parameters that you put there, you're saying it's openly changing, benefiting your life. Yeah, this is what it is. That doesn't make you disloyal to do that, because you got a decision to make for your life. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, everything that we're doing, that we're patterning to do, is to benefit and improve our life. So now the opportunity is here. I can't look at you as disloyal for taking it because this is what we want to get to.
Yeah.
Like if anything, and I would treat people how I like to be treated. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if someone puts a situation in front of me that's gonna change my life, I'm giving it serious consideration, and it's got nothing to do with anybody else. What you know what I'm trying to say? Like what? Like absolutely nothing.
Does it change things if you had a plan before? So let's just say you guys said, you know what, no behavior, we're doing this for 15 years, right? Nothing's getting in the way. And then after that, potentially we'll sell the brand or whatever it may be. But halfway into it now, he gets £1 million offer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But that's just like in the heat of the moment, though. I don't think it does in the grand scheme of things. I don't think it does, but in the heat of the moment, it will because of the way it's presented. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's the truth of it. Like, if you could calm down and take time to think back, like hindsight and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't change.
Okay.
But it will, though. Like realistically, like when that plays out in real time, that's gonna feel different, innit? Because we had a plan. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we had a plan. We was going to do this. So, yeah.
How do you define the statement, these hoes ain't loyal? How would you break that down? Because based on what you say, I would ask a couple questions just to see what you say.
What does he mean when he says these hoes ain't loyal?
How would you define the statement, these hoes ain't loyal?
Like, they're not... They're for the streets, isn't it? They're for everybody. Like they're not yours.
Yeah,
everyone can have them.
But are they meant to be just for one person?
They're not supposed to be, are they?
Because when you think about it, the statement doesn't make sense. Because hoes are not meant to be just for you, right? They're meant to be for everyone.
That's true.
So why would you expect a hoe to be loyal?
No, but I think they're saying because they're not loyal, they're hoes.
It comes full circle.
Yeah.
Is it?
Wait, let me think. I think what they're saying is, I think they're not necessarily talking about hoes, per se.
They're talking about just women, and they're saying they're saying women ain't loyal, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
They're saying like, don't let these hoes trick you.
Yeah. Esther, what's your thoughts on this?
So dumb.
Huh?
What's your thoughts on this?
On what?
These hoes ain't loyal.
I can't relate.
No.
My hoes loyal. I can not relate. I don't associate with unloyal or disloyal.
I wasn't talking about you personally.
That's a word.
I can't relate.
I can't relate.
No, just a statement. I feel like you've taken.
statement.
I feel like you've taken this question with a personal pinch.
No, of course I haven't. I was reading Lonnie's thread on DLT.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know why people say that statement. I feel like men are the biggest hoes. They definitely ain't loyal to shit. So I don't know. Hoes ain't loyal, innit? One of my favourite songs there, but I never really paid attention.
Oh yeah,
to
it's your
Big,
guy.
big
I forgot it's your guy.
Yeah, I miss Chris Brown, you know.
Why?
I just really miss him.
Okay.
I really, really miss Chris Brown.
I was going to ask you guys another question, but after the caller.
Salah.
Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good morning, people. How's everyone?
Good, thank you. How are you?
man.
Thanks.
You like the Keto King?
Yep.
I'm very well. Thank you. Yeah. So these hoes ain't loyal. The statement
interaction.
that was said by Chris one time. I think what he was saying by that is okay. Let's break it down. What do women look for when they're looking for a partner?
Loyalty.
No. What do they look for when they're looking for a
Hello,
partner?
excuse me. Excuse me.
From your man.
How can you ask me a question? What do women? I'm a woman. I answer. You telling me no. Go on, tell
Okay, Esther.
Salah, you tell me what women are looking for.
Okay, Esther, wait. So you are telling me that if you had, if you found a man, and what's it called? He had no motivation to do anything, but he was undevoted, like he was loyal to you down to the last letter. Like his loyalty was unwavering. But this man had nothing else going for him in his life. Would you be happy to be with him?
Part of his loyalty to me is taking care of me, and he will be doing something.
You see, so we're getting there. We're getting there.
Hold on, question
Slowly.
actually. I think I see where he's going a little bit, right? Is it?
Exactly.
Are people only loyal when there's something to gain? Like there's something to gain from your loyalty.
Maybe people.
Like not all the time, but is that sometimes a factor?
I wouldn't say people. I wouldn't say people. I would say more so women.
Oh, he did it.
More so women, more than men. I would say, because in general, so when it comes to relationships, generally speaking, I would say that women look for people for a man who's going to protect and provide for them, which is not a problem because that is just genetically how we're wired. That's just life. And then men look for a woman who can raise their kids and who is very nurturing and that sort of thing. So when saying like these hoes ain't loyal, if we were to translate that to women aren't loyal in general, generally speaking, you could decipher it as if they're man, but because, and if we look at like most of the time, if a girl gets with a man and then he loses motivation, business isn't going well, she leaves. You see? So what does that show?
Tell me what it shows. I'm not following you. I'm confused. You lost me when you said that women aren't loyal. Did you say men are more loyal than women are?
No. Men's loyalty, I would say men's loyalty and women's loyalty is showed in very different ways. So I'm not saying that men and women are loyal. I'm saying it's shown in very different ways.
So what are you describing then? Because if you're saying that a man can't do this and that, was the question you asked me then, would she stay? Is that what you're asking me?
Well, a man can't do, what is this and that?
Babes, I'm trying to understand. I don't get it. I don't get the point you're making or the question you're asking.
Okay. We're speaking about the phrase, these hoes ain't loyal, right?
Yes.
And I'm saying it can be said that because Yusuf said let's break down that statement. Like, what do we think? Where does it come from, sort of thing? Mm-hmm. And I'm saying I feel like it's possible that it can come from the fact that most of the time, if a woman is with a man and he starts lacking in his a man shows his loyalty by by providing for his family and et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So if they stop doing that, then the woman would also lose their loyalty or like become disloyal by leaving them. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where that whole thing, like the statement comes from. But then obviously it's a lot like it's being taken out of context and like hoes, blah, blah, blah. Like they play around with it to make it jokey. But I do think there's a slight element
are you saying the man them are bitter? Are you saying the man them are bitter because they can't? So basically what you're saying is the man them fall short. They stop being able to provide or maintain the levels. So then the girls go elsewhere. And then now the man them are bitter saying that these hoes ain't low.
Because that's
what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Because women sound smart to me.
Yeah.
Because
so you turned it around on the women's side.
If the women stay, and he's not providing, he's not doing nothing, and they stay, isn't that being loyal to a fault?
Yeah.
And so
that is being loyal to a fault.
Now she's done bad. So for me, I'm hearing smart women.
And also, how loyal do you have to be in business?
Wait. And at the same time, guys. At the same time, I would also say it's like, as I said, men show their loyalty to their women or their family by providing for them. So I could also say that if a man is not doing that and they're not pulling their weight, then they are not necessarily being loyal to their woman anyway. So why should their woman stay with them?
That's kind of skewed.
I hear that though.
So the man might be trying to provide. Doesn't mean
he might try. He might be, and that's
not providing. If you have it, is not being loyal. But if you haven't got it, then I don't think loyalty.
Yeah. No. But Yusuf, because what you're saying there is like you're describing a situation. Like I'm sure if a man like was working his ass off and the woman could see that this man is trying, I'm sure she wouldn't necessarily leave. But I'm talking about someone who has given up. They're not pulling their weight. Not someone who is trying and not necessarily succeeding at that time, but someone who is not trying at all. And those are two very different scenarios.
All right.
Hear you. Thank you, Saleh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I have to say. Guys, have a fantastic day, man.
You too.
Yeah. Later.
Later.
Why are you laughing so much?
Just making me laugh. He's just making me laugh.
All right. So I think Sally kind of, well, somebody I think mentioned it. Yeah. But the question is, that I was going to ask you, should your loyalty come with some type of limitations in this sense? You're loyal to someone, and it just keeps being detrimental to you. So maybe they're asking you to be there for them, this and that. It's costing you time, it's costing you money. It's messed up your life and maybe your relationships with other people, messing up your business. Should your loyalty be unconditional, or should it be conditional? As human beings.
I think the smartest thing is for your loyalty to always have conditions.
Yeah, it's
Well,
conditional.
it's capped, man.
It's conditional, of course.
You chop breakfast.
Or is this always?
Yeah. I think always with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't be doing. Well, you know what?
I can't be being loyal to a fault and it's affecting my
You can't.
life.
Everybody does
Wait,
that.
and then I keep
people,
going.
Yeah.
people do things that are detrimental to other people all the time, innit? Some people like, let's have it right. We all do it, innit? But I think we would gauge we know what we're prepared. We know what we're prepared to do, innit? How far we can go, and depending on your relationships with the people, it's just different, innit? Certain people have got different grace and different leeway. So we would all do it, I think. I just think there's a line that we're just. Everybody's line is probably different. They just or there should be a line anyway.
Yeah.
To say for yourself that you're just not prepared to cross, innit? Like once you do it, you've got to draw. Like that's the line I've got to draw it here. Like
I don't think people should even expect, that type of loyalty from people anyway. Like you on the other side shouldn't expect people to be loyal to you to their own detriment. That's just selfish.
Yeah, no, but not necessarily. You shouldn't expect it, but.
Even ask for it. You're asking someone to do something or whatever, and you can see it's having an effect on them.
I don't know. That's what friendship's for. That's when you draw on friendship. That's when you draw on relationships and your resources. Sometimes someone's asking you of something. Yeah. No, sometimes someone's asking you something that they know is going to put you out. I'm asking you to do me a favor. I'm asking you to do me something.
I'm not asking. Yeah, but
I know it's going to put you out.
I'm not talking about a one-off. I'm talking about like constantly, continuously to where.
But there's some people that draw. There's bad relationships. There's some people that are in relationships like that, and there's an off balance, and one person is continually pulling and drawing out and taking a relationship, and the other person not getting nothing. There's bare people in them relationships, and it's just obviously sometimes people have to just stand up and draw the line and cut it off. You get me?
Yeah.
That definitely shouldn't be like that. But again, you need. I suppose you're saying it's different if it's one off.
Yeah, no, if it's a one-off favor, one-off request, then that's cool. Even if 2, 3, 4, whatever. But if it's, and again, remember, it's only if it's detrimental to the other person.
Yeah, because if you got with your friends and stuff like that, or whatever, like if you're gonna be down bad, when you make that call, it needs to be for someone that you trust, someone that's gonna help you, and that call might be the person's gonna have to put themselves out in it.
Yeah.
So if there's no one that's prepared to put themselves out for you, then what does that say? Like to the level of friendship. If someone's not prepared to be down for you or whatever, because you wouldn't ask if you didn't need it, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So that you have to be able to do that for someone as well. If you would want someone to do it for you, you need to be able to do it for someone as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so sometimes you're gonna have to do things that's detrimental to you, but that's the whole point of it, innit? Again, I think it just speaks to what you're saying. If someone's making a constant habit of it, this doesn't work for me. This doesn't work. Then you have to take yourself out of that situation, innit? But I think you got to be prepared to do it.
So does that mean you shouldn't? It's not wise to be loyal to someone who can't give you what you need. Then.
No, because you don't need. You got friends who don't do anything for you, but you're loyal to them. Like if something happens, you'll be there for them, but they don't need nothing from you. No.
Yeah.
I don't think all our friendships we're drawing things from it. It just could just be companionship, conversation, whatever. But
I try to draw all my things on all my friendships and all the interactions I have from people. It doesn't have to be physical, like monetary or whatever. It could be conversation, it could be learning and self betterment and improving myself, whatever. I don't want to speak to people that I don't get nothing from for no reason.
No, when I say nothing, I mean nothing tangible is what I'm talking about.
Even so, that's what I mean though. It's still tangible in a certain way, innit? Like. So, it's still tangible in a certain way. I'm thinking like, before when I was younger, I wouldn't mind doing that, having the meaningless interactions and things and rare. But now, like as I'm getting older and time's getting on, it's like I feel like everybody that I talk to, that I spend time with, or I want to be, and like I said, it doesn't have to be massive. Doesn't have to be that. But if tangible is a word, though, I want to feel like I'm gaining something. You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Even if it's peace of mind, well-being, just something. It just needs to be. Because just the whole nothingness and just what are we doing there, man? Because if there's nothing, if we're not doing nothing from this relationship, then let's just get away from it. Because even if it's just trivial, meaningless, fun stuff, that's something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That when there's nothing there, then I don't need this. I'll take myself out of that situation.
All right. Question about loyalty and to one's detriment. Does it change when it is we focus on the topic being about gang life?
So what?
Does it change?
What do you mean does it change? Say that. Let's go.
Outside of like a normal relationship with a man and a woman, or a brother and his mother or his friend or whatever. Let's just say you've made a pact with a certain gang.
Yeah.
And you have to honor it,
Yeah.
even if it's to your detriment.
Yeah.
Do you change your mind as it pertains to loyalty and what it is that you would or you won't do?
No. No.
So when you said before that your loyalty always comes to cap,
Yeah.
do you factor that into the gang life stuff?
I'm not a gang member no more.
No, this is a hypothetical question.
You wouldn't.
All right, so you're a gang member, not you, but someone.
Yeah.
And obviously you've taken an oath. These are your brothers, brethren. You're living by unwritten rules, written rules, whatever, right? Are you taking on all beef, all troubles that you're not involved in because these are your brothers and this is the pact that you've made to your own detriment? So you could go out in the field, potentially get killed, arrested, whatever, but you're doing it out of the loyalty you have for this union with these brothers.
Yeah, of course. But
Most times you know it's stupid and you still go and do it.
No, but it doesn't matter. That's the game, because that's what you signed up for. You know what I'm trying to say? That.
Yeah.
So that's if you was duped into it, and then found out this was all much, and then people like, okay, fine, I can find out. But if you know all the information, then you know what you're getting yourself. This is the gig.
Yeah.
Because so we're staying low. So it's not about a detriment, because all the detriments everywhere. If that makes sense, like, it's not just about being loyal to them. The detriment's being involved in the lifestyle. Yeah. You get me? Anything can happen to you any given time. This is your story. This is what we think, innit? So yeah, we're loyal to a fault. You get me? Yeah. Let's go. Because we're out here, innit?
The strength of your loyalty is stronger within your brethrens that you're doing nefarious stuff with than any other aspect of your life. This is where you lean in heavily on loyalty equals stupidity.
It's because you need it, because all we got is us.
Survival
of the fittest, yeah, and all we got is us. It's not just this is a two-way road.
And
you know what I'm trying to say?
If you happen to cut through that, live past a certain age, and you don't need to be doing those things anymore, would you still not be loyal because of the pact that you made when it is that you were 13?
No.
Oh, you would change. And that's how everybody...
What the fuck am I talking about?
No, but the thing is,
would you define someone not taking the fall for you as being disloyal?
Depending on the parameters of it. There could be a scenario where I could see that as that, but there would, I don't know. You have to paint a picture for me. There could be a scenario where I see someone not taking the fall for me as being disloyal. Yes, there could be.
If you did something together, if you committed a crime together, and you both understand the risks, and then they could get off. Technically, you both understood the risks. Technically, whatever was, say you stole something, but you're the one who actually physically took it. They were just in the car with you, blah blah, but they knew what was happening, shared the profits, blah blah, whatever, and then they get arrested, whatever, and then they say, actually, well, technically, I didn't take the bag. Would that be disloyal?
Yes.
All right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I was trying not to go down the snitch bag conversation, but no, I was trying not to go down the whole snitching conversation. That's what that it will lead to that, innit?
Yeah, but that's again though. Yeah, it's just them man. They have it speaks to like morals and codes. Like snitching and stuff is whatever. It could be trivial, whatever, and it cool. Yeah, but it speaks to like who you are as a person. Innit? So then when people got their like certain, when you got like, say like you got your kids and all that, you don't want your kids involved in certain things or whatever, yeah? You don't want them doing certain things. But also, you're trying to raise men and human beings, innit? You don't want your son to be no little weasel, dirty little rat baby. You get what I'm trying to say? If you're not involved, if you're not,
rat baby.
yeah, no, if you're not low, if you're not built that way, don't go and hang and play with these kids. Don't go and sell them down the river and don't do that stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what it speaks to. If this is your life and this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're stand in it. You can't sell your man them down the river and when you was at when it was all fun, you was together and all that. So again, it's not about snitching. It's not about would you want your child to snitch or to go jail? No, I want you to be a man. You know what I'm trying to say? I want you to stand for something, bro. I want you to have some kind of fucking honor and some kind of code, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? That. So if you know you can't handle the repercussions for your actions, yeah, don't do that stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? That.
No, I hear that.
That could just be a man, bro. You get me? Like that's
Stand up.
Stand up. Like you know what you're saying? We know we're doing stuff. We made a plan. We go and do stuff. We're doing it together. Yeah. And then now, when this shit hits the fan, now you've changed. Now now the shoes on the other foot. What are we doing here? Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? You shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. If you like, yeah.
Could you not change your mind?
After the fact.
Well, after the fact, let's do.
All right, I'm done.
Is this a private joke?
Leave Brendan alone, man.
Do you feel like your loyalty should be appreciated? Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better. Gonna unpack more?
So for example, someone sees that you're loyal, always, right? And so they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they don't appreciate it at all. They just see it as
shown that you appreciate it.
Say that again?
As in, they show you that they appreciate
Yes.
it because they could appreciate it and not and articulate or convey it to you.
Yes, thank you.
But do you mean that if someone that you're loyal to, but then their actions always show that they take you for granted,
Exactly.
kind of thing? Yeah.
Do you feel like it requires them showing that they appreciate you?
Yeah, don't take me for granted. Then that's when that loyalty is capped again. You know what I'm trying to say? It's capped again. Don't take me for granted. Honestly.
What if though?
Honestly. That message to you. I said honestly.
But what if though, like we agree that we're gonna be loyal to this cause or to each other or whatever it may be, right? And so it's not necessarily that I'm taking advantage. It's just that you agreed to this, and so you're just doing what you should be doing. Do you get where I'm coming from? I'm not expecting when I'm loyal for you to appreciate me and clap for me, but we agreed to this. This is just the base for us. This is normal for us.
I still think you need to let it be known though.
Okay.
I feel like you can know that yes, loyalty is what we do, but I don't think that it should still go unsaid. It should still be appreciated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because is that because there's an understanding that human beings don't have to be loyal?
Not
So the
necessarily.
fact that you are loyal, I should appreciate the fact that you committed to the very thing that we said we are committed to.
Not even necessarily. It's not even about bringing other people in. It's just the fact that what we've agreed, I appreciate that we're still living in that, we're still walking in that light. So it's not necessarily to do with what other people do and, you know, what human beings typically are. It's to do with me and you, that our agreement still holds. Like, I appreciate the fact that we still live by this and we still walk in that way.
But why is that like a big deal then? No, not a big deal, but why is it that I should appreciate it just because you said it?
Because I think you should always let people in your life know that you appreciate them. It's very, very important. It's important for any relationship. You need to let people know who are in your life. Oh, I keep touching my face. People who are in your life know that you appreciate them. So it's not this. I think it's needed.
Okay.
But
Are you suggesting that it could be a one-way loyalty train, Emmanuel, and you not have a problem with that?
To some degree.
Because of your set principles, once is you give your word to something?
I think that's basically it. Because as human beings, right, sometimes, because basically, yeah, where I'm going with this is, I look at all the people in the past, people that I kind of look up to, yeah, like black activists and things of that nature. They've given their lives for black people, and black people didn't really give it
Don't
down.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that.
he doesn't know how not to.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
No, all right. So I was with you because I was going to ask a follow-up question to
Okay.
poke. But what you are suggesting, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
You are saying that the people that gave their lives sacrificed their lives,
Yeah.
their entire lives, in order to progress the black plight.
Yeah.
They were taken for granted by black people.
A lot of the time, yeah.
But you're talking as though all of the black people did this. Like they weren't fighting for their sons or their daughters alone, and it just happened to basically be beneficial to all black people.
No, I'm not talking about those though. If you're fighting for your family, that's your family, and everyone else benefited. But there's some people who wake up and say, "I'm doing this for black people."
No,
worldwide.
I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled.
But also, can I ask a question
do you
on the back of this? What does not being loyal to these people look like? Like, what does not being loyal to Martin Luther King look like?
Okay, so
The fact that he got killed is what you're saying, yes?
no, not
And
necessarily,
some of
because
the
it
black
wasn't a
people
black man who killed him.
participated in him getting killed. Is that what you're saying?
It could be
You
that.
can't.
It
You
could be.
can't do that.
No, it could. Wait. It could be, for example, somebody risked their life, and for example, in the fight they got killed, but nobody's looking after their family. No one's paying for their kids to go to school. His wife or her husband to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, people like that shouldn't be poor. Their families should be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Taken care of.
So you're saying Martin Luther King's family didn't get
I'm not
looked
talking
after?
about. I'm not talking about Martin. There's hundreds of people out there who have died in the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, for people who risk their lives, right? Why is it that sometimes, right, the very people that you're risking your life for, you know, as it pertains to, like, you know, black people, there doesn't seem to be something back. So basically, when everyone's basically saying, "Oh, your loyalty should be capped," should people kind of have that same mentality when trying to do something for their people, for example? Where
That's
it's
like-
like,
Sorry. Wanna finish your sentence?
you know what I mean? Like, should it be capped also? Should it be more so like, okay, cool, I'm doing this, I have to see progress amongst us so I can continue.
Why do you do what you do?
Because I love the people.
Because
innit?
you know full well that there are black people who don't want whatever it is that you're pushing.
Yeah.
But why do you continue doing what you're doing?
This is what I'm trying to say, because I love black people, and I don't necessarily do it because I want something back.
I don't
that's-
think the
that's the
majority
difference.
of black people would turn around to you and say, "Can you stop this, please?" But what you're saying suggests that that could be the case.
No, but also it is capped though. What they do is capped. Everything we do is capped. You may not state it, but you know your limits. You know what you're not willing to go and do. So it's capped. Even with activists, it's capped.
But they die though. Where's the cap?
Yeah, but they didn't want to die. They got killed.
No, people was like, no, I'm prepared to die for this.
Yeah, but saying you're prepared to die.
And
That's
dying
because you don't
for
believe
it.
them. If someone says to me, "I'm prepared to die for this," and they die, I believe them. You know what I'm saying? What else is there?
but it
I think
depends-
it's
I think what you're trying to say, it depends on the
I think it's how they
circumstances.
die. If you
It's
say
how they die, yeah.
I'm prepared to die, and you go to war
And then you die, then
cool.
yeah.
If you say I'm prepared to die for this, and you just get assassinated from the top of the roof, I'm not paralleling that.
I'm not paralleling that.
I'm not
No, but
paralleling
you
your
should
statement.
though.
What's
I'm
it?
not-
Wait,
I can't.
Why? You should.
Because
Wait,
it's
what?
different.
Listen to me.
If someone says they're prepared to die for something and they get assassinated, someone assassinated
Yeah,
them.
I'm not paralleling their statement to the assassination, right? But if someone says,
People just don't get assassinated.
Actually, to be fair, assassination is different because you were
People
targeted.
just normal people just don't get assassinated.
okay,
That means
cool,
someone,
okay, cool.
Because you're targeted,
okay,
like
maybe
assassination,
maybe
yeah.
assassination is a bad example. What I'm saying is someone being vindicated and say, "I'm willing to die for this cause," yeah,
And then you die of
and then you
unrelated.
die. No, not unrelated, because if you die from a
He's
disease,
like,
whatever,
but
whatever.
talk about you die for black people. Shut up. Shut up and go meet your maker.
No, what I mean is maybe my example's good anyway. I just mean, I've lost my train of thought. I've lost my train of thought, honestly.
I know what you mean though, because
What was
I kind of agree with it.
Yeah.
Saying you're prepared to die for something. So not many people who say I'm prepared to die for something go forth and die for that thing.
Yeah.
They might just happen to die, unless it's the assassination which is different, which is directed at you. Sometimes you just happen to die in it. But really and truly, if you were actually faced with death, I think saying you're prepared to die for something,
Yeah.
and then being in the line of, okay, do this or you're going to die, that's different because you were prepared to die and you did die for that.
And they don't want to die. It's like if an activist knew for a fact that they went to a certain place, they were going to get killed, they wouldn't go.
That's not true, man.
I
People
don't-
die.
I-
People
yeah.
die. I think people die for causes all over the
That's
world,
my
and because they're
opinion.
not
That's my opinion. That's my
because they're not. Maybe I don't know if they're not popular enough or it's not documented enough. But I think I'm going to assume that there's people that die for causes all over the world. There's people in certain marginalized communities that are doing things, that are making noise, that are saying things, and they're getting. Some people are getting their lives ruined. like people have been killed or whatever, and they know that them going on along in their endeavors is dangerous. They might not be openly standing up saying, I'm prepared to die for whatever I'm doing, but they can see the results and know what their actions are going to cause, and they've happened. And I'm saying that, not being able to give you, say, oh, this person here or that, I can't do that. Yeah. But I just believe there's definitely people out here who've died for causes.
100%.
Normal. Like,
100%.
normal. Has to be.
Martin Luther King said what do you call it? I can see the promised land from the mountain top.
May not get there with you.
I may not get there with you, but we as a people will get there. He knew.
I'm trying to think about what was the original point with the loyalty. I'm trying to bring it back to the actual point.
So, Emmanuel, do you feel that you are loyal to a fault?
In what scenario?
So it matters.
Yeah, I think it does matter. Yeah, but you know, everything I'm saying is me questioning why we think the way we think, innit? And why it is we do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe in certain things.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it is you were loyal to fault, because I thought that's what you were suggesting when you made the comment about black activists doing certain things and then certain black people not appreciating it or them for it. Because I was going to ask you, all right, if that's the notion you're going along with, then when you make a commitment to this is hypothetical, to your wife, right? This is you saying, I'm going to be loyal, like, regardless. And if she happens to basically cheat, you're like, all right, cool, that's where I stop, yes? Right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to fighting for black people, you are like, no, it doesn't matter if it is you cheat on me, as in you don't hold up the end of the agreement that I have in my head, I'll continue.
Yeah.
Why is it different in that sense?
I think it's different because I think when you're dealing with loyalty on a one-to-one basis, you're considering who you're signing an agreement with. When it comes to people, black people with different experiences, and yes, we're unified in how we're being treated, right, by those outside of our race and whatnot. There's an understanding that many of us are ignorant. There's an understanding that the past has shown, like, amongst us, the people who will kill, the good ones amongst us. So you factor that into the scenario. And this is where the whole concept of grace comes into it. Again, just like with God. God loves us, I guess, to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we do, that will never change. So in a similar type
Has
of way.
there ever been an example that you can cite where the majority, like 99.9% of black people telling you that's not what we want, and you are saying, I don't care, I'm still fighting for this thing, I'll die for this thing?
I don't think.
All right, so that, and hence why I said it. Hence me saying, when you initially said what you said, you are going on unique examples where the majority is never against what it is the activist was doing. Do you understand? Okay. So they had motivation, incentives to continue fighting for this particular thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's why I said you can't be using that example as an example.
But you still feel as though there's enough people. Like you just feel as though there's enough people who are too short-sighted, and they should step in for you. For example.
I don't think that you're even when you do what you do. That's not the foremost thing in your mind, though, because you know you will always have oppression, whether it's from your own or outside forces.
Yeah.
So when you stand in front of that particular line, and you're marching, it's for whoever else is around you and who is in your mind when it is that you decide to leave the house and then go there. This is my estimation of you. Do you understand? It's not for the blacks that you see opposite you.
I mean, if it's, I guess you definitely don't focus on the black opposite you, right? In opposition to you, right? But you would hope that there's enough people on your side to mess up that particular danger that comes from that opposition. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, there's just certain people in the past who should not be dead today.
But whose loyalty are they seeking? Is it the people at masses or the people within their party, the people who are marching with them? Like, what loyalty are they seeking? Whose loyalty are they seeking? So when something happens to them, who is it being disloyal? Is it the people, masses, or is it just the people within their vicinity, the party members, whatever?
I think maybe the people within their thingy, but also those who benefit from their contribution.
So every single black person then?
Not every single, because many black people don't care about that
yeah,
person's
but
contribution.
you may not care, but if it's for black people, we're all black, innit? So it benefits us.
But remember, we don't all see the same. We see things the same. We don't necessarily see certain things as a benefit to us. We may see it as detrimental.
Yeah, you may not
we have these back and forths every day about the whole Labour and Conservative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like tangent on certain things. So it's hard to say.
So just their supporters then.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think maybe where they're from as well, because you fighting for whatever you're fighting for here might not be something that affects people that are in Nigeria, for example. They've got their own fight that they're fighting for black people that are there. So it would really just depend. Yeah,
definitely. But I just feel like in the place, so for example, in that particular example, right, you may not necessarily consider those in Nigeria because they're not, like you're saying, being affected directly by, you know what I'm saying? But in this country here, if somebody comes up amongst the people and is like, no, we need to do this and do that, right? Under no circumstances should that person be harmed by another black person, in my mind.
Yeah, but then, really and truly though, you shouldn't have to be a leader to not be harmed by another black person. Black people shouldn't be harming each other, period.
100%. But how much more somebody who is putting their life on the line for his or her people?
I don't know, man. I don't think just saying you're putting your life on the line.
It's not just saying.
You're saying, but okay, you're doing something that appears that you're putting your life on the line. There's many factors that go into the support you get and stuff. If people feel affected by what it is that you're fighting for, then they're more likely to champion that. But if you're fighting for some of the things that you've spoken about, my proximity to it is very far. It's the closest it gets is when we're in this room together and you're telling me about it. Some of the things I don't see those, or I'm not affected by those things, and there's fights that I want to fight that you're not affected, that wouldn't affect you, but we're both black. So I don't think it's a thing of people are being disloyal to that person or ungrateful. There's too much, it's not black and white. There's way too much into certain things that is different. It's not like when Nelson Mandela was fighting for black people in South Africa. Men, women, everybody, kids, it all affected everybody. But then there's certain things in this society, for example, that will affect some people more than some other people. When black women are fighting for certain things, some black men don't get it. But we're all black, you should get it. When black men are fighting for some things, some women don't get it. But we're all black, we should get it. So it's not gonna, I don't think my lack of not supporting something makes me disloyal. It just, I just might not be able to relate.
100%. But I'm also talking about how people are killed, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's an example.
Yeah, but explain how being killed and nothing happening off the back of that is disloyalty.
Because I feel like, again, kind of we're talking about the appreciation. Like, all right, for example, I'm trying to think of some not so controversial figures, right? But let's just say someone like Patrice Lumumba, right? Who's the president of Congo, right? He did what he did for Congo, right? To be fair, for Africa as well, right? But Congo primarily, right? He was killed by Congolese people in the Congolese army, right? Yeah. Yes, it was engineered by the US, by Belgium, the CIA. Yeah, we know, right? Cool. But it was still black people who said, I'll willingly do this job for you so I can be the president. After that, his kids, like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, his wife had no husband. His kids had no father. No one looked after them like a man in the house would if he was present. You know what I'm saying? The country just went to crap. And so other people like that, for example, who you've allowed your, like, for example, as a wife, you say, you know what? I understand that I may lose you in this particular fight, and I'm allowing you to go out there. I would expect the people who love you and say they love you to also come and help me if you go.
Yeah, but then that's us talking to his friends and family then. It's not talking to
friends
us.
And family.
Because in that example you just gave, who do you expect to take care of his wife and kids?
Black people. The people he was fighting for.
So you?
Potentially, yeah. 100%.
You say like whole communities?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Yeah, but if
but it should be. That's what I'm basically saying.
No, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be. I don't think
is there wealth in Congo?
I don't think it's. So say again.
Is there wealth in Congo?
What
because,
do you mean?
Because I'm struggling like to see how the entire community is going to rise up to take care of someone's thing when they're not even being taken care of themselves. Like they're struggling.
Those people close to him, his right-hand man, his left-hand man.
This is it.
His whoever, all the people within his party, right? His friends and family. They're the ones who are responsible for taking care of the family, not the general public.
But using that same example, a lot of his right-hand people were killed with him.
And also, is that the general public not taking care of your family? That's not disloyalty.
That's not disloyalty.
That's not even in the realm of disloyalty. No, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
That isn't being disloyal.
I mean, you might can massage it in a way. If there was someone that's in a leadership role, fighting a cause that's affecting bare people, hasn't asked. He hasn't. You usually haven't asked you to do it, but
Yeah.
that's what leadership's about. He's made changes. He's doing things, whatnot. He's loyal to that cause, isn't it? You know what I'm trying to say? To that cause that's benefiting everybody.
Yeah.
In his passing, sign of law. If in his passing, it's like what the man's saying. If people that was direct beneficiaries, of everything that this man done, it is a sign of loyalty. Is if in his passing, the direct people that he was helping came and supported his family moving forward and ongoing, just to show as a sign of appreciation for everything that you've done and that you was doing while you was here. That is a sign of loyalty if they went out of their way to come and think that, I think.
No, I'm not saying doing it is a sign of loyalty. Isn't. I'm saying not doing it isn't being disloyal.
Well,
this is the way my mind's thinking, right? So let's just say you've got this particular guy, right, and he's a politician. He's got certain ideals, principles that he's trying to implement. He doesn't win, but he had people backing him. Another person comes along with a similar kind of rhetoric, waving the fucking whatever, and people just jump to him. When you jump from one person to the other, that's being disloyal to me. Like, I was your guy before. Now, I might have fallen short in a certain area. Now, because of my shortcomings, the next best thing, you've jumped on it. So you've left me to be with someone else. Like the grass is greener kind of vibe, innit? That to me is being disloyal, right? If you were with me and now for a small minor reason, a loss, whatever, you've now jumped ship, right? You jumped ship because I took a loss. Like, you're not willing to ride it with me a bit longer. You're being a bit disloyal. If I pass, the responsibility to take care of my family, whatever, my estate, that doesn't rest on the people, in my opinion. That rests upon the people who are around me, right? My circle, my friends, my constituency. That's who is responsible. It's not the people's responsibility. And not doing it is not being disloyal. It's not being disloyal, sorry. In my opinion, anyway.
I hear where you're coming. I kind of see it like if...
Like, being disloyal to me is supporting something, and then the minute there's a bit of frailty,
if Mandela's family, wasn't straight the whole time he was in jail, didn't need to lift a finger of muscle, then people are disloyal.
Thank you very much. It's that simple.
But wait.
Who's people?
It's clear.
Were they in poverty whilst he was in jail?
Doesn't matter.
Wait,
No, but that speaks to your question.
Hold on, what people are you talking about?
Everybody, that's just everybody.
Who's
He was thinking
everyone?
for anyone in the place. Everyone.
Who, you mean just a woman who
All the
works
black people in South Africa.
Just
at the market?
everyone. Like everyone.
Yeah, that's what you said. The auntie in the market.
Everyone, the auntie in the market, the woman selling water on the streets.
Everybody.
Margs, were they not looked after?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I
If.
can
That's why I said
guarantee
if.
you that it would look after.
That's why I said if. I never said they wasn't.
guarantee you.
Exactly, but I'm not saying they didn't. I said if they
they
wasn't,
weren't,
then people
would
are
that-
disloyal.
You're still screaming. But the fact that you've just said that, and I've told you they were looked after, him saying he doesn't like the fact that these black activists die and no one looks after them. What's the point you're making?
Did I say every one of them? I gave an example of one.
And I've just batted it, yeah?
Sankara.
So let me
I'm not gonna lie.
let me respond.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, in the greater
noun.
context of this conversation, this is a very bad example of what loyalty is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gone. It's gone too far left.
Do you know what the thing is?
It's very
Before, I think, Brent, in your definition, you mentioned loyalty requires what? According to that definition anyway, commitment, right? I gave a definition before about how...
commitment to a person, group.
Yeah, but
or-
who is...
Yes.
Yeah, but...
Wait, I'm coming, right? Loyalty sometimes requires... Loyalty requires commitment, right? Being black, culture, your color, the consciousness. But again, someone as great as Khalid Abdul Muhammad said, I would add commitment to that. So when somebody like him, someone like Sankara, someone like Lumumba, right, who say, I'm going to be committed to the betterment of black people, even if I die, right? And I'm talking to you guys, and I'm, to some degree, expecting the same thing back, right? And I die, and you guys forget about my family. To me, there's a disconnect there.
So are you saying that his family won't looked after?
I'm saying a lot of the time, these activists
No,
are
you
not...
gave me an example of
yes,
Lumumba.
Sankara.
You asked me
whose
to basically
responsibility
check.
is
I've
it,
checked
though?
it. I've
Sankara's
checked it.
family wasn't.
Who's Sankara?
Thomas Sankara.
Wait, this is not Lumumba anymore.
This is such a
I'm
niche
giving another
conversation.
example.
No, I'm taking one example at a time. I'm asking Bad to help me out.
Okay, fine.
So the Lumumba, right? So this is what Bad threw up.
Okay, go on.
So when it happened, his family, they got
taken
scattered.
abroad? Okay,
They
cool.
got scattered, right?
Okay.
And they fled to the Congolese city of Stanleyville.
Okay.
Now, Kisangani. And then they were eventually granted asylum in Belgium. Now, they're now in a different land.
Okay.
Right? Their community can no longer reach them like how we can reach people with PayPal or GoFundMe.
Okay.
Do you understand? One could argue if your brethren, your Messiah from the nation, if he passes, 100% his entire family would never need to work
Never ever.
again.
Ever.
Why is that?
Because
It's the modern day now, right? Modern day we're talking about.
Okay.
You mentioned this guy being locked up. The world knew about this. The world. He wasn't just fighting for South Africans, black South Africans in that country.
Yeah.
It's the world. It touched people differently.
Okay.
So there's no way that he can die and his family isn't looked after by people even not in that country. Would you agree?
Yeah.
All right. So maybe that is the reason as to why it is the people who you're referencing, or you're going to tell me one by one,
Yeah.
didn't get looked after. Their family didn't get looked
because
after.
of what? Because they were not known worldwide.
Enough.
Lumumba, the
No,
first president
I just told you they moved to Belgium.
Yes, because they weren't looked after.
No. Wait. They got scattered.
Yes.
Whoever killed this guy,
Yeah.
they were obviously going to lick up his family, right?
Yeah, they
Especially
were
if they
trying to, yeah,
continued
100%,
talking.
Yes.
Right? So they had to flee. So in fleeing, they now ended up in Belgium. They're not
Okay.
around their community anymore.
Okay,
Their
cool.
community can't touch them anymore. As in, they can't help them.
Okay.
Right? And afterwards, they then moved to the United States and then they got different jobs and this, that, and next.
Yeah.
Right? I can't speak to anything other than the example you're giving me each time, but I can see how this example could lead to their immediate community not being able to help them because they are running for their lives.
Okay.
Are you suggesting that their community should have fought off the government?
I don't know.
And how do you know that didn't happen? How do you know that there weren't other people killed who were loyal to him? They were sniped off. In my mind,
they were.
if it's a CIA operation,
they were.
The people who they knew would throw up some sort of offense would again wiped out.
Yeah, they were.
Because they tried to lick off the entire aspect of that opposition. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the family running makes sense to me. And
Yeah.
once it is that you move out your community, it's harder to basically help you if it is that we can't reach you. Especially as it's not in a time where it is that we have phones and stuff where it is that we can send financial aid. That makes sense to me. Who's that next person you mentioned?
Sankara,
Burkina
Faso.
How long ago was that?
This was in 80. I think it was 87. Forgive me if I get
What's
that
the first
wrong.
name?
Thomas.
White name.
His best friend betrayed him
His best friend.
His best
why
friend.
why did he betray him?
because he's an animal who should be killed.
What was his motives?
Just wanted to be in power.
Oh. So,
Yeah, so they gave him an offer. He led his
and
friend.
before he
yeah,
betrayed him, would he have said, "Oh, my friend's loyal"?
probably.
But then, just the wickedness of
They grew up
of
as
human
friends, you
beings.
know? They grew up as friends,
The
you know?
wickedness of human beings. You would find that your best friend
Yeah.
would turn on you. You can't speak to the nation, the notion that black people should have this particular innate.
The thing is, but yeah, my thing is this, right? I just feel like certain things just shouldn't happen.
I hear what you're saying.
So in that same
I
example,
hear
Sankara,
what you're saying,
right?
but you live in a world in which it is that you look around and you see life happening.
That's what I'm saying. And
It's
that's
the
the
wickedness.
problem, though.
Sin being in the world. It's not a black thing or a white thing. It's just humanity. Full stop.
No, it's again, maybe it's just me. But to me, certain things just shouldn't happen, right? You know what I'm saying? Khalid Abdul Muhammad, for example, right? When he had that situation with the nation, again, I love the nation, right? But again, right? Even when he was separated from the nation, like Khalid Abdul Muhammad should be alive today. His son shouldn't have to be not in hiding, but out there.
Why
You know
is his
what I'm
son in
saying?
hiding?
No, I said not in hiding, but like, I don't know.
Was he part of the nation?
Who? Khalid?
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
And why was he killed?
He was a threat, man,
To who?
to the establishment.
To the nation.
No, to the establishment.
What is
I-
that?
I
Apparently,
didn't
the
say
nation
the
were this
nation.
low.
Who?
The nation were this low.
To who?
To his best
Khalid.
friend.
No, to Malcolm.
Yeah, to his best friend.
Yeah, many people will say that. Many people.
But
say
he
that.
loves the nation now. Can you
Many
imagine?
people will say
You
that.
disloyal to Malcolm,
Imagine.
damn.
No,
All the
He
time.
loves the nation
No,
now.
many people would say that, innit? But
Would
like,
you-
Would
What
you
would you
say that?
say?
What would you say?
I would say some people 100% were
Context.
disloyal. No, 100%. No, it's necessary.
Of course it is.
100%. No, some people 100% were disloyal to Malcolm, but I think the understanding that you guys need to factor in is that everyone was taught to have more loyalty to Elijah Muhammad. And so because they were at loggerheads, or at least it appeared that way, people said, no, I'm choosing Elijah over Malcolm. And that's how the disloyalty, I guess, comes about. Not necessarily that, I'm just disloyal to Malcolm. No. It was more so, I'm loyal to Elijah. That's what it is.
I don't know what you've said.
Why? For example, right? Farrakhan today, right, was taught by Malcolm. Yeah? But again, both of them, even Malcolm himself said, be loyal more so to Elijah. He's our number one. So when they had the situation between Elijah and Malcolm, Farrakhan chose Elijah. But then you guys may say, wait, you're just loyal to Malcolm. But he was taught even.
Oh, you're
to be
saying
loyal
if
to
you
Elijah.
were alive then, you would have chosen Elijah.
I'm not saying that for sure.
I'm asking you though.
It may depend on my relationship with Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Because some people did leave with Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? But that's as a nation, that's what they were taught. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand it.
So you, if back then your allegiance would have been to Elijah before Muhammad came around.
Before Malcolm came around.
Sorry, Muhammad. Sorry. I apologize. It might be offensive. No, because I just realized I said Muhammad and that might be offensive.
Oh.
Before Malcolm came around, you would have died for Elijah. Yeah.
If I was part of the nation.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Just like you died for Jesus today, right?
Yeah.
I didn't believe you, but it's okay. So once once Malcolm came around now, if it is that you were his best friend, then you may have changed allegiances?
No, I don't think so. Because
so you would have stayed with Elijah? That's the question I asked you before.
Yeah, I would have. If I'm part of the nation, again, before Malcolm even came here, I'm part of the nation. I now become friends with Malcolm, for example. I would try my best to get Malcolm to come back to Elijah. That's what I would do. Because this is what we both sign up for. Our loyalty is to Elijah.
All right,
to the
so
nation.
your loyalty was to the man as opposed to the truth.
What's the truth, though?
But obviously what Malcolm was doing was kind of different in nature to what the establishment was basically saying, right? Take it off?
Freezing.
Sorry.
I don't want to say anything because my arms are out. I don't have a leg stand up.
I think I'm gonna go walk outside in a second and just get the sun.
Get some sun.
Go on, Brent.
Oh, sorry. Where was I?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever want to hear that again. I don't know if I ever want to hear that again. That was crazy. All right, well, we're done then.
Yeah, can't catch it.
Lovely.
Can't catch it.
All right, let's get into our next
just
one.
Wait.
Okay.
So wait. So
There you go.
Oh.
Damn.
so your greatest what happened?
Someone said the nation are some clowns, man. Be for real.
So your greatest
I'm not gonna buy it.
your greatest fealty, Manuel.
Yeah.
Is it tethered to the truth or is it tethered to the person who's purporting the truth?
I'm loyal to the truth, though, innit? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're asking me to put myself as a member of the nation, right? Starting from the 50s. If I'm loyal to the nation, I'm loyal to Elijah. I'm loyal to this particular message. And then Malcolm, as great as he is, he's come into the nation. Why would I then switch that to Malcolm? When even Malcolm himself would say, I'm loyal to Elijah. Also, bear in mind, because a lot of people love to jump onto Malcolm and say, yeah, Malcolm left the nation because the nation's fake Islam and all this other bollocks, right? Malcolm, before he died, wanted to come back to the nation. He wanted to go back to the nation.
But didn't he want to come back to basically show them the truth?
No. He wanted to join again.
And to keep the same...
The same. He wanted to join again.
But
You know what makes me laugh so much? This is a Christian man.
Bro. He's a
I
Christian
don't know how we
Nigerian
got
slash
so deep
Ghanaian man.
into this nation topic when it's talking about
It's
loyalty.
loyalty, you know.
How did we get
This
so
is
far here?
that's as low as it's gonna get for him. What are you talking about?
No, because a lot of the time loyalty is shown in a particular organization, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So you just went to the low list.
So for you, loyalty also is just following orders without questioning.
No, not at all. It has to come with that. Like, loyalty should come with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But again,
So did you feel that Malcolm was wrong with his wise takes? Because he was
Like what do you mean?
he was fully against, well, not fully against certain things that the nation were doing, right?
Like what, for example?
I don't know. You're a professor here. They killed him for a reason, right?
No, but the nation didn't kill him. The FBI killed him.
All right, the nation didn't kill him.
The nation didn't kill Malcolm. FBI killed him.
All right, the nation didn't want him dead.
No, of course they did. Many people did.
And they didn't try to kill him at all.
Of course they did.
What are we doing here?
But who killed him? But who killed him? That's what you
Brother,
said.
So no, what he
The
said
FBI
is who
killed him.
succeeded.
Still.
Focus on the question I'm asking you.
Still.
Why did they want him dead?
Because they saw it as him being disloyal to the nation.
In what sense?
Because he left the nation, and he also spoke about Elijah having alleged relations.
all right,
with his,
so he was pointing out things that were false.
that he didn't like that Elijah did.
When
Yes.
he said he didn't like, not that he didn't like because of a personal bias or whatnot.
No, of course not. Yeah.
And he felt it's wrong because this isn't what the Allah actually wants, right?
yeah.
So their beliefs, their religious beliefs were at flipping loggerheads.
No. Okay, I just want to be a bit more specific. It wasn't necessarily the belief system. It was more so the conduct of Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Through Malcolm's lens, he felt as though these particular relations, the things I found out about, this
Brother,
is wrong.
he came back from Mecca and said, "No, we are supposed to be letting the white people eat with us."
Yeah.
So that's completely contrary to what the nation was pushing.
But then he changed his mind again.
Oh, so he was back on the whole.
Yes, he
keep
was.
the whites out.
And this is what people don't know.
Oh, wait, is this
This
exclusive?
is fact. This is fact.
This is exclusive. You're so annoying.
Wait a
Man
minute.
said this
It's
is
exclusive.
exclusive.
Wait a minute. You're
Man,
telling
with a
me
stupid horn.
they killed him for no reason.
It's exclusive, you know.
You killed him for no reason, bro. The FBI,
They
the
were-
FBI killed him.
You're saying the nation were
gosh.
misunderstood. I mean, Malcolm was misunderstood. He wasn't really saying that Islam should incorporate all as opposed to just blacks.
Okay, you know what? Let me. if you
Don't
guys-
change it again. You
No,
give
no,
this
no, no,
exclusive
no.
now. I'm gonna put it up.
I hope you do.
I'm gonna clip it up.
But I want to give you nice and concise, right?
Okay.
Malcolm joined the nation, right? Believed in everything that Elijah was teaching, right? He lived it. Was prepared to die for Elijah and for the causes that the nation stood up for, right? He had the situation, right? He found out, at least was told, and went and spoke to these young secretaries, right? And they verified that Elijah Muhammad had fathered these children, right? He didn't like that. He went and spoke to Elijah about it. He didn't like the conversation. He left. When he left, right? Also, prior to this, he also disobeyed Elijah Muhammad. So Elijah Muhammad suspended him for disobeying him, right? So all this was happening. He's now left the nation and gone on a tour around Africa, right? Speaking to many of the, again, this was during the whole fight for independence and stuff, right? So he's gone on the tour. He's also gone to Mecca, done the Hajj. Whilst there, and he's writing back to, the people that support him, he's talking about Islam over there in the East is different to what Elijah Muhammad is teaching in the West. He's talking about, over there, white, brown, yellow, we were all the same. We ate together, slept together, drank together. Fine. He's come back. Whilst he's come back, right, obviously he's got issues with the nation, this and the third, threatening his life. FBI's tapping all these phone calls. The FBI are obviously trying to orchestrate certain threats on his life, right? Cool. Just before he dies, though, he wants to get back with Elijah. He tries to. He's written letters. So many different things, right? This is what people don't want you to know, right? Because they want you to believe Malcolm changed to Islam, followed real Islam, and all
Man
of a
put
sudden...
real Islam in air quotes.
No. Again, this is what people do. People like to say, Islam by Saudi Arabia and this and third is legit. Nation of Islam.
That's a good
is
question,
fake.
Sarah. Listen, yeah. So if you're not with,
but it isn't legit. It was made up in. It was made up in the 70s or 80s.
what?
The Nation of Islam.
No, he said no, but he went real
In the
Islam.
30s.
If you're not with the nation, yeah, for the religious aspects of it,
Yeah.
because you're not Muslim or Islamic, yeah. How come you're not Like with like the Black Panthers like that? How come you're not as passionate as about the Panthers than you are as a nation?
You said I'm not.
Your actions. You ain't never gone to no Black Panther convention. You ain't coming up with no Black Panther merchandise.
Black Panther, yeah.
You may not know though.
I heard you talk about Fred once.
Hampton.
No, you know what the thing is though, yeah? I love the Black Panthers, 100%. I disagree with the Black Panthers because I'm not a communist. I don't believe in socialism and communism like that. Okay. That's where we kind of disagree. That's pretty much it. But I love everything about the Panthers.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry, Brent, yeah? So he's come back. He's tried to get back with Elijah. People have been blocking his attempts, right? But at the same time, he's still pushing forward with the whole Pan-African ideas and obviously fighting for black people in America, this, that, and the third. And obviously that's when he gets killed. The FBI know he's trying to get back with Elijah. They know. That's further incentive to get him killed. And this has succeeded.
All right. I don't know if it is that you told me whether he wanted to get back because he had changed his mind about Islam being for all as opposed to just blacks.
Oh, sorry. No, okay. He changed his mind because, to me, right, Nation of Islam does not talk about the unity of white people with black people in Islam, right? But, so if he wanted to get back and he believed that Master Fard Muhammad is Allah in person, right, then it's diametrically opposed to, at least through the Orthodox lens, to, traditional Islam.
Do you believe that?
What?
That he's an alarm person?
No, but I'm not Muslim, though, innit? So that's not my belief anyway. But I'm just trying to say that nation...
Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
I just put the no, the convicted no. As opposed to
I just needed to know.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Yeah. Who believes that? Who's Allah in person?
The Nation of Islam.
Believes who's Allah?
Master Fard Muhammad.
Who's that?
Allah in person.
A man.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't know this?
No, I didn't. So
we need another day for this, man. We need another day for this. The time is going. We need another day for this.
Why are you buying merchandise? Why are you buying merchandise and stuff?
You don't know I've got something to be as well, innit? I hope you don't know that.
Yeah, man. We got a lot to do, man.
This is mad.
I said, why are you buying this merchandise?
No, but you have to remember, right?
Go on.
In Islam, for example, Yusuf can verify, right? Muslims...
Don't tag me in so quick.
I'm thinking verify.
First of all...
I haven't heard your statement yet. Talk about verify.
It's more so... Muslims are expecting the Mahdi, right?
So he's like Jesus?
Exactly.
That's why is it you lean into it, because you believe in a religion that also has this type of...
Hold on, who's that Jesus?
He's saying that this... Is it Selassie?
No, he's basically just trying to say... he's basically saying...
Farad. Who's that Farad guy?
He's basically trying to say, in Rastafarianism, right, they believe that Haile Selassie is God in person, for example.
Oh,
he's a Messiah.
We're here too.
That's why I said he's like Selassie. The main brother they talk about Selassie. Selassie as a man, innit? Selassie is a brother.
So
Rastafarian is a human being.
What Islamic parallel were you making to who?
I was basically saying, you know how the Mahdi is predicted to come back, right? The nation believed that he was the Mahdi, Master Fard Muhammad, who came to America and taught Elijah Muhammad. He was the Mahdi. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
Did he do any tricks and miracles and stuff?
What do you mean tricks? He came to give them knowledge of self.
Oh, it was just wisdom he imparted.
I need to bring something to the nation.
Because you said he was like Jesus, isn't it?
I didn't say he was like. Remember the Mahdi, again, in Orthodox Islam, a lot of people believe that Jesus is the Mahdi who's going to return. You know what I'm saying? Remember, traditional Islam, they don't believe Jesus died, for your sins at all. They believe he escaped his death and he will return. You understand? That's what it is. Anyway.
But you're saying that in Islam, Jesus is still looking to come back?
Yeah.
Like proper Islam?
You said, am I right or wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He said, why am I in it?
Yeah.
Why am I in it?
That's basically what it is there, bro.
Serious?
No, hold on. What's your statement about Jesus?
He just said it. He said in Islam, Jesus is still looking to return.
As far as I'm aware, that isn't the truth.
Okay, cool.
Like I've never heard that in my entire life.
It's not a fact.
my entire life.
So where'd you get this from, Emmanuel?
But I'm not all knowing, all knowledgeable, right? But I've never heard that before.
To be honest, I thought I would have heard about this because this is a very.
I've never heard that before.
Statement Emmanuel just made just now. Interesting.
About what exactly?
That Jesus is still. He is wavy enough to be gone and still looking to return.
Yes,
Also, I'm not sure exactly how the story of Prophet Isa, who is Jesus, even parallels with Jesus and Christianity. I'm not aware if the story is parallel. Obviously, they're not parallel in certain aspects, as in he's the son of God, etc., etc. But even just the whole journey, I'm not sure if they're the same. Right? I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're even the same. As far as I'm aware, they're not the same.
Or as in they're not the same people. You mean?
No, as in the story.
The story.
Okay.
Yeah, the stories are definitely not the same. Yeah. Because again, in Islam, right, Jesus is only a prophet. He's not the son of God. He's not God in person.
Yeah, he's
you know
a
what I'm
prophet.
saying? And also, he didn't die on the cross. He escaped his death. You know what I'm saying? That's in Islam.
But this song's that
He jumped off and ran. He was on the cross, but he skipped it.
Yeah, he skipped.
Cut.
Yeah. And he whistled as well.
That's why the cross was still there, but they couldn't get him down.
So what happened after that?
He ran.
What do you mean?
What happened after he left? He skipped the cross.
Somebody else was killed.
Him and
Somebody
Mary
else was killed,
Magdalene had a beat.
That's not Islam.
Also, I was. You guys correct me.
That's Reddit.
I read and heard it wasn't even a cross. It was just a plank of wood. It wasn't like the cross was made to be symbolic later on in life, but it wasn't actually a cross. It was
That was a tradition back
It was just a plank of wood.
Yeah, it's because they have to stretch you out.
Or a tree or
Because
whatever.
your arms are stretched out and your legs are the way it is, but it just end up being a cross.
So you're saying it was a cross?
No, the shape of the planks
Make the cross.
make the cross, but it wasn't like he's the king of the Jews. Put a cross on him. That's how everyone was killed.
Like
Everyone was
the
crucified.
cross is the symbolism of what they're doing, because
Of
once
what
you put
came
the plank
after.
on them and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
legs make the cross.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So now
you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like now we recognize it as a cross because Jesus died on it. But that's how all the people were being crucified back then, on the same shape, basically.
Oh, okay.
So
no,
what you're
okay,
saying is
cool.
right.
Oh no, I'm not sure if you were thinking the same thing. I heard that there wasn't two planks of wood. It was one. As in there wasn't an actual cross with the wood. Is what
Oh
I'm
no,
saying.
there would have been because his both hands were nailed, and he was hanging.
Okay. Again, I'm just reporting what I heard.
what you heard.
This is not what I think.
All right, cool.
So
Thanks,
this
Emmanuel.
this was light and breezy. This is the definition of light and breezy.
I don't know how I got here though. It wasn't me.
Is you?
Is it me?
Yeah, you're the one. You're
No,
steering the ship.
Emmanuel asked you that so that you can blame me.
Oh, no, I wasn't doing that though. You didn't even come to mind.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm glad we're here.
No, serious.
But I had a quick question though before it went off into nation sphere.
And loyalty.
Yeah, it's loyalty.
One of us is staying on topic.
What in terms of like being disloyal, what's allowed? Like what are we allowed to be disloyal to? Like are there things where not being loyal to is expected, or it's not frowned upon, or it's not taboo?
Okay.
Is there anything in life that you know what I mean?
Pedophilia.
But when what? When were you loyal to it?
No, and I said people. I thought you were speaking in general. Philip Schofield was loyal to a paedophile. And he got afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what you meant? Like, there's one thing that in society we should all not be loyal
no,
to.
but that goes without saying. I think certain things go without saying.
Listen, look at what Philip did.
Obviously, shouldn't be loyal.
You think it would go without saying, but there's a lot of families that hide them. You
True
would
though.
think so.
All right,
You
cool.
would think
True
so.
though. Yeah.
But that's one thing we should all be on code on.
They be
but we're
hiding
not.
them. They be
Yeah, no,
hiding them.
I definitely agree with that.
But I can't think of anything else.
What things should you be loyal to? Like, even if it's trivial. I mean, like even going back to football. I've had friends before who tell me, "Oh yeah, I support another team." I'm like, you support another team? No, you're meant to support one team forever.
Do you think so? Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
I've got a friend now who supports Man City, yeah, and he tries to argue with me and chat shit about Man City, and I'm like, bro, I've got a picture of you in a full head to toe Arsenal kit.
Yeah.
We was adults.
Yeah.
Like we was big people.
Yeah.
Like you supported Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm not hearing
Can't
it.
take it back.
He's telling me nah. If he could change if he wants to. Nah, he's been City for. He's been City for a long time, like maybe over 10 years. Like he's been City for long now, but he's moving like he's saying no. This is where in my heart now. But I'm saying I can't. You're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't argue with you about
Yeah.
Man City and stuff like that because you're an Arsenal fan. He's like, bro, I don't support Arsenal.
Do you know what, actually that does speak to something though. That is one for the ick list.
What's that?
Like a man changing teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Because really, truly, I can't trust you. Can't be trusted.
A lie?
That's a disloyal person.
A lie?
Nah. I'm going to start asking guys that on first dates.
Have you ever changed
How many
your team
teams have
before?
you supported in your life?
That's a question that you need to
That's
ask
actually a
them.
question. Because when you said that deep, I said, no, actually, that would give me the ick. Because why are you disloyal like that? You don't say things. You don't stay committed to
What
things.
type of man are you like?
Mitch, that's what he is.
But does that include watching the games? Because Emmanuel stopped watching football.
But does he still support the same team?
He would say that he did, but are you really supporting if you're not watching it?
That's just a different
Are
kind
you
of.
really?
Yeah, that's just a
Nah,
different kind of.
you're not.
That's not commitment. So he's loyal, but he's not committed.
Okay, I hear that.
And what we want is loyal
But
and commitment.
no, commitment is part of loyalty. So no, I don't hear that. That's an intrinsic vertical within the whole realm of being loyal. So if you're not doing that, then no, you're not
I
loyal.
hear you.
Sorry,
I have to find a new word for Iman then, won't we?
but he's back now.
Oh, watching the games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't think he is that.
purposes,
I
for
don't think he
TA.
is. Are you?
I'm trying to every now and again.
It's so weird
What
how
was?
life just changes for you once you have a family.
Nothing to do with
It's not
that.
gonna happen to me.
Yeah, we know how you feel. Fuck
This
them
is
kids.
this is
It's not gonna happen to
this
me.
is
No, the
propaganda.
damn thing is changing for Brent.
I personally, yeah, as you know before, I used to know everything about Arsenal, right? All the players, everything, right? But when the poor performances just kept going, and when the fans kept gunning Wenger, right, and all the nonsense was happening, I just thought, nah.
I like Wenger. I like
He
yeah, I like
was
his
loyal to
coach.
Wenger.
That's stressful. Arsenal pushed a lot of people off football. I know a lot of
Because of the
only
Wenger
people who
stuff.
I know who do that. Oh, I don't support a club no more. Oh, I don't watch football no more. Like only people who I know who do that, honestly, are Arsenal fans.
But then you
Like,
still understand why though.
They must have pushed you, man, to the brink.
No, they did.
But
Still.
I understand. Yeah, but I can understand that though.
I can't.
I can understand that. You got to take care of your mental health.
Because
after a
there
while.
was a certain point where
I can understand that.
I had to consciously detach the emotion.
This is it.
Like literally, I told myself, you know what? I'm removing the emotion from this. If they lose, I'm not shedding a tear anymore. I don't care. Like I had to move like steely. That's crazy. I had to move cold, man.
4-4 Newcastle.
I had to move cold.
We were 4-0 up.
You said that one.
That was it for me.
I don't know
But
what
I
season
had to
it was.
watch. I had to watch every game.
I think for me, it was the Leicester season. That's when I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go cold. Now. Yeah, just icebox, is it? You know what I mean? I got no heart for this, but I'm back.
Icebox where
All right.
my heart used to be. Can we get into the headlines before we change again? Went that way was Saleh. After Saleh's call, things just went right in the air anymore.
But where are they gonna get conversations like that, man? That's why you tune into TDA every morning, man.
That's right. Period.
All right, so our next headline, right? Families have said that they're facing splitting up their children between different schools or moving home after council miscalculated the number of places needed for pupils. The Argavale Primary in Bishopton in Renfrewshire opened last year with a capacity of 548. But the same council then admitted as many as 1,500 primary school places might be needed after a planning error. The council has apologised, but parents say they have been left devastated. I'll just leave that there. Next headline, trigger warning here. Some sad news about a potential storm in India that may affect India and Pakistan. And forecasters have warned that the cyclone, Biparjoy, that's what it's called, which means disaster in Bengali, could destroy homes and crops. Biparjoy has been making its way across the Arabian Sea and is expected to first hit India's Gujarat state on Thursday evening local time. At least 7 people have already died amid heavy rains in India. The victims include 2 children crushed by a collapsing wall and a woman hit by a falling tree while riding a motorcycle. In Pakistan, the storm is expected to strike the coast of Sindh province. Authorities have already evacuated 81,000 people from the southeastern coast and set up 75 relief camps at schools. Several parts of coastal Gujarat have witnessed heavy rains and high-speed winds since Wednesday. The cyclone is expected to make landfall near the Jakhor port between Mandvi in Gujarat and Karachi in Pakistan between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. local time. And the last headline, big trigger warning here, a man dies on a railway track. So, a 34-year-old man has died on railway tracks in South London after being involved in a car chase with the Met Police. A chase began after a car heading towards Streatham High Road failed to stop for police at around 3:26 a.m. on Wednesday. Officers followed the car for a short time, indicating it should stop. This is what the Met is saying. The car crashed in Brunswick Mews and the driver ran from the scene. A police helicopter was called in to search the area and a man was seen lying on railway lines near Estraham Road. The force said that once the lines were made safe, officers and paramedics approached the man, who was then declared dead at the scene. The IOPC, which is the Independent Office for Police Conduct, has launched an investigation into the incident. One of their spokespersons said, after being notified by the NPS, we sent our investigators to the scene and the post-incident procedures to begin gathering evidence. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into Word on Road. All right. So, the Afrobeats world is celebrating heavy because some recognition has come from the Grammys, where there will now be a category for the best African music performance. Thank you very much. If you're into jazz, there's also a category for best alternative jazz album and the best pop dance recording. Yeah, best pop dance recording.
Is there a best dancehall category as well?
Not yet. One fight at a time, baby. One fight at a time.
We was here first. So.
But who's had the bigger impact?
Ooh, spicy conversation brewing right now.
Let's not do this. I feel like I'm going to lose.
Well, yeah, so basically they said on the website, it says a track and singles category that recognizes the recordings that utilize unique local expressions from across the African continent, highlighting regional melodic, harmonic, and rhythmic music traditions. The category includes, but is not limited to, Afrobeats, Afrofusion, Afropop. Okay, Afrofusion. The UK guys can get in there. So Afrobeats, Afrofusion, Afropop, Afrobeats, Out Ere, Amapiano, Bongo Flava, Genge, Kizomba, Chimurenga, High Life, Fuji. Okay. Kwasa and Dombolo.
What is that you're saying?
These are all the different African
styles.
Yeah, of music.
So they're just gonna start giving it to them styles that no one ain't listening to. Like they're
No,
gonna
they listen to it.
Say them again. Give me one.
Yes.
Ndombolo.
That's gonna win.
Are you gonna cover the Alodi thread?
No.
Okay.
That's not news.
No, not right now. I just mean in general.
Nah.
No, all right.
Because I need to. I'm seeing some. I keep
Is
seeing
there
people
verified stuff, or is it people just saying stuff for the sake of it?
Nah, some of them they're verified. When people send
I'm
stuff,
reading some
trust it.
story. I'm just like, okay, people.
I ain't even read the thread, but
I keep seeing the number 6, so I need to get into it.
That's what I'm on now.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
I need to read it because I haven't.
Go on, have a gander.
Have a gander.
Can you give people some context on the number 4? So when you finish a 3,
Yeah.
so 4 will be the context because you're referencing
Okay.
something, but nobody understands what you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I don't understand what I'm saying, but okay, that's fine. Ghanaian drill, Afro house, South African hip hop, and Ethio jazz genres. I'm here for this, man. Obviously, there's a lot of because that's the thing. Because I think sometimes when we think of Afrobeats or African music, you tend to think of the people that are in that you see, that are visible to you. So you think Nigeria, you might think Ghana, you think South Africa. But actually, there's a lot of places where the artists would sell out days of O2 and stuff, but we just don't know them like that. So I think this is really, really good to do all that stuff. Obviously, conversations have been going on in Nigerian Twitter about who should have it. Some people I just think shouldn't even be nominated because they don't perform. I think if we're gonna do a Nigeria thing, Burner will be clean up shop because that man does give you a performance. But that happened, and then also it has been confirmed that Hilda she's got her certificate now. Well, not her certificate yet, but she's actually a confirmed Guinness World Record holder. And so she did over 100, she set a record of 100 hours. She attempted 100 hours, which is what she ended on. But actually, when they worked it out, it ended up being 93 hours and 11 minutes. So yeah, apparently I think she miscalculated some of her breaks early on the first day or something like that. And yeah, so I'm here for it, man. Big up her. I'm proud of her. I think it's absolutely amazing. And the previous record holder was 87 hours 45 minutes. And obviously Hilda got 93 hours and 11 minutes. So that's really, really cool. That's what I was meant to do before you started your your loyalty talk. I was meant to look up Chef Dami and see what happened with sis, but I heard that at some point she stopped to go to church and stuff like that. So I'm not taking it seriously anymore because apparently she and the team aren't taking it seriously. But yeah, I think she's trying to break a personal Nigeria record, equity record. And then my last bit of news, something that I'm really, I think is so cool. Obviously, you guys know, you're familiar with the 5 times more ladies that we've had on the show a few times, a couple of times now. Tinuke and Chloe, big them up. But Tinuke, when she came, she told us about her son who is autistic and how she's like found ways to help him learn and stuff. And she's got a brand called Learning with Ez. His name's Ezekiel. And she's launched the learning tools, and it's just absolutely like I'm so proud of these ladies for what they do 5 times more. But what Tinuke has done with this is absolutely amazing. So she has, if you've got a kid who is like, who needs help with learning, need like easy learning, understandable learning, autism as well, she's got tools. So if you go to Learning with Ez, ez.co.uk, you find all the stuff there. She's got alphabet flashcards. She's got alphabet poster. She's got a sensory flashcards, baby sensory flashcards. She's got a daily routine one as well, where it shows like brush your teeth, comb your hair, or like lunchtime, make your bed, all that kind of stuff. She's got emotion flashcards as well, and then she's got like self-affirmation ones as well. It's really cool. Like it's absolutely amazing. I'm on the website. I've looked at all the stuff, and it's just so cool. So big up her for doing that. When she posted it on Insta, she said, it's been a journey to say the least, but the first installment of our autism-friendly cards are finally here. Our daily routine cards are perfect for non-verbal children, children with additional needs, and those that thrive off structure and routine. They have been designed to transform your child's day with organization and excitement. Get ready for smoother transitions and happier routines for our children, because representation matters for all. And that's the coolest thing, because the kids on the cards and stuff are black. And that's just amazing. So big up Tinuke, and go and check out Learning with Ez. Thank you very much. learningwithez.co.uk, and gift somebody and all that great stuff. But yeah, that is all from me today. Very light and quick. I think there's some tea going. Oh no, you want me to talk about anything? So basically, what Yusuf was mentioning was Olani's got a thread on DLT. So DLTA, the T that was happening in DLT. And obviously, in Olani's threads, what she does is women basically message her. She'll put a question out there, and they will then send her their stories or whatever it is. And essentially, she wanted to know what the girls got up to. The threads are always for women. So she wanted to know what the girls got up to in DLT. I'm yet to catch up with them, but I keep seeing the number 6 on the timeline. So I'm going to figure out why there's a number 6. But from what I've seen, you know why? You want to tell us why?
6 bodies in 6 days.
All right.
And 3 were
Here
in
we
one
are.
day.
And that's that.
3 were in one day.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that yesterday? No, it wasn't. It was
Harlem
the other day,
business.
wasn't it?
Harlem business, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was the other day, wasn't it?
Ping pong, yeah.
Tuesday, yeah.
People be doing that on holiday though. That's not like that's not like
Outlandish.
That's not outlandish behavior to me. Like saying she's done 6 man 6 days. I know bare girls who would have gone on holiday and done stuff like that. I'm not saying I know them personally, but I'm saying I would know bare girls who would have gone on holiday and turned up.
To be fair, with the body count
loads
conversation
and
we
loads
had the
of
other
women.
day, that sounds about, that makes sense, doesn't it?
And one thing as well, because women, well, obviously, look, we're different. Men and women are different.
Yeah.
You've got different mindsets, different outlooks on life, innit? Women are probably the more loyal sex, yeah?
It's a loyal.
No, that came out.
Yeah, it's
Jumped out.
yeah. Like, so I think the way they would carry themselves at home in relationships with men and stuff like that, like they're way more disciplined than us, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they see holiday totally different. Like you act like you think like lads' holidays is the boys that are bad. Like, no, women are the ones who let their hair down on holiday. Women will do things on the beach that they would never do
Back home.
on the concrete.
Yeah.
Like,
On the concrete.
no, facts though. Women will do things on the beach that would never on
There is
sand
something about-
that they would
yeah.
never ever do on concrete.
Yeah.
Men will do the same shit here and there. Which probably it's just I don't know. It's just more of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that women will do things that you would think they're not capable of on holiday, and I've
Yeah.
seen examples of that all the time.
They do let their hair down.
So that's to be expected. They just tell you 6 man 6 days, double homicide.
Show on the side.
You wouldn't mind being the 7th, right?
Hard from shit at 6 man. I feel be 7. Oh no, 11. Wrong thing. I'm on it. I don't mind.
Is it?
Yeah, Dexter Daps, man. Me never ask them for watch your pussy for me. That me, I tell them. I from your hair 6 man got it. Guess who make 7? Huh?
Monsters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what the thread is about. So go and check it out.
Yeah.
At Oloni. At Oloni on the gram, but also check out Tinuke learning with Ez. So let me put her Instagram so you know her Instagram name as well. Hold on. Her Instagram name is Tinuke Awe. So TINUKEAWE. And also Learning with Ez has its own Instagram page, so also check it out. And let's get into people's journal.
All right, welcome to the People's Journal, people. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. Before I commence, right, I'm reading through the comments on the chat.
This is about Nation of Islam.
Firstly,
wrong segment.
I need to create a segment.
No, you don't.
All right.
We'll all quit.
It'll be quick, yeah. People are really talking like they know the history. Like, you're talking about Malcolm, you're talking about what he did with the nation. Like, you don't know.
Don't I hear you know?
No, I just want to make that clear, innit? Like, people really don't know. It's crazy. You're just talking from a position of
No.
ignorance, man. You know what I'm saying? Do the history, then we can have a conversation. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about here is pay rises, right? Well, UK wages have risen at their fastest rate in 20 years, right? This is outside of the pandemic, right? Which is basically raising expectations that the UK interest rates will also have to rise. So, obviously on paper, increasing wages sounds like a fantastic thing, but it may mean that to kind of curb inflation, the Bank of England may have to again increase interest rates, which isn't, a great thing. I'll just leave that there. Next thing is, to me anyway, in fact, let me ask you guys, what's the two, if you had to pick two of the worst network providers in the country, who would they be?
Worst.
The worst.
3.
3.
Oh! I cancelled my contract here in less than 12 hours. I said, take it off.
Years.
3 should be one.
3 is one. Not should, is. Their top leader.
And T-Mobile, no?
No,
that's EE.
Virgin on one of these?
Oh, sorry, EE, sorry.
No.
Vodafone.
No, actually.
Vodafone, no, Vodafone are...
Virgin Media.
I don't know why I went there. That's why I went.
Virgin's joined O2 now, right?
Yeah, Volt.
Yeah.
Virgin and O2 have joined and now...
They do like they do a whole Volt thing.
Oh, it's a separate thing to O2.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new
So
thing.
I think
That's the new.
Isn't it media or something like that though?
They're under O2. That's okay.
It's like under O2, yeah. It's or under Volder actually.
What?
Is it
What's it called? The Volt thing that you talk about?
Volt,
That new thing.
yeah, I think
No,
it's
Virgin and
O2.
And O2.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I
don't-
know there's the merger you're about to talk about.
I don't know who's number 2.
I would say
But number 1 is 3.
3. Well, 3 is definitely in this, right? Vodafone, to me, I think is
Trash.
horrible.
Vodafone.
I've never been with them in
I think
my
I've
life.
used
I've
them
no
years
idea.
ago though.
Well, all I wanted to say was those two, Vodafone and 3, right?
3 and Vodafone.
Yeah, man, they've come together, right? And this deal would create the country's biggest mobile phone operator. So they may have the most power, man. So
Will they though? Because are people going to go to them?
you never know. You never know. It depends on how much money they're willing to invest in improving their service and stuff, innit? So you never know. Because remember, for the longest while, 3 were talking about having the best coverage.
Yeah, and I got and then I got there and I
Yeah,
said, I had 3G. Do you know what it is to have 3G in the age of 5G?
Crazy, innit?
I had 3G
What, in a particular area or just everywhere you went?
in my home. To be actually no, because I went around and I thought, okay, maybe you pick up a bit of 4G. No, I didn't. I said, yeah, 10. I said, terminate the contract, please, ASAP.
So yeah, man, it's gonna push EE into second place and O2, I believe, into third, if the deal goes through. Next thing I want to talk about is Cineworld. Apparently, they're preparing to file for administration, man.
Oh no,
Damn,
that's a shame.
that's my main plug.
Yeah, man. Doesn't mean they're gonna be like gone completely, but yeah, it's not looking good for them, man. Basically, some comprehensive financial restructuring is going to be taking place, and that's pretty much going to wipe out its shareholders, apparently. So yeah, man. Yeah, I guess some people who may be looking to buy it or whatever may jump in or whatever it may be. But basically, what they're saying is that the actual restructuring will reduce Cineworld's indebtedness, right, by $4.5 billion. and be accompanied by $800 million rights issued to place the company at a more sustainable financial footing. This is according to what they said in April, anyway. So, yeah, man. That's what they're saying. Microsoft were looking to, they were trying to do this new deal that we spoke about, I think, earlier in the year. But a US regulator has succeeded in basically blocking their takeover of Activision Blizzard, which is the video game maker, right? This takeover was apparently worth $55 billion. And it was meant to be completed this week, but the US regulators blocked it. There's a 2-day hearing in which basically all sides are going to put a case forward. And basically that's been rescheduled now for next week in San Francisco. But yeah, man, that's basically what they're saying. But the takeover plans would basically give Microsoft control over like Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, all the like the big games pretty much, innit? And so yeah, people feel as though it's going to stifle competition. So people are basically hating. Obviously, I'm really simplifying it, but basically that's what it's looking like. The reason is, right? And the last thing I want to talk about is the same thing I've been speaking about all week, which is Black in Business. The scheme started by Channel 4 and Lloyds Bank, which is basically going to give 5 black businesses £100,000 worth of TV advertising and a TV advert to support their business, basically, their growth. And applications are going to end on Monday the 26th of June, 2023. So you've got like 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks, pardon me. And yeah, that's basically it for the People's Journal.
Thank you. Let's get into some woke or joke.
Right, so today's woke or joke, yeah, because we haven't had a woke or joke for a while. This is going to be a quick one, though, but I want to see what you people think. People are talking about, scientists are talking about how they can gather people's DNA, right? And I wanted to throw out 3 potential sources of people's DNA that scientists are basically saying they've discovered a way of getting people's DNA, yeah? Hope that makes sense. And I want you lot to give it a thought and tell me which way is the way that the scientists are looking to explore. Mm-hmm. Sexual partners.
Yeah.
Right? Swimming pools. Or the thin air. Sorry.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So get your DNA. So for example, with sexual partners now.
They want to get my DNA?
Yeah.
From my
sexual partners?
Yeah. Not that they want to, but they're saying we could potentially do this. Yeah. So basically, in a situation where people have got checks, for example, and they maybe had STIs or whatever it may be, right? When they're testing, obviously they're taking some of their DNA, right? And some of that is, I guess, stored somewhere, right? And what they're saying is, in some situations, depending on whatever we need this DNA for, whatever study we want to do, we could actually go to this batch that nobody needs, right? And potentially get people's DNA from there to kind of further certain studies.
So they're going to be using man's DNA?
Yeah.
Is that illegal?
No. This is one of the potential thingies. Like two of these things that I'm talking about is fake.
This DNA.
So basically, I want you to
DNA that they already have on record, or are they going to call you in?
No, they have it. They have it ready.
What do you mean called in?
They call in, talk about
If you've been there for checks.
No, what he's saying is, for their DNA to do whatever little tests and developments they're doing, they'll just go to the clinic where everybody's been swabbed up and just take the DNA from.
Yeah, no. I was clarifying whether it was that or they're going to call you in.
Yeah, but what are they going to do? That make babies and stuff with your DNA or something? What are they going to do with it?
I'm not so sure. It just depends on the particular study. So it could be like, maybe this particular type of person is more likely to.
But if I didn't sign no consent form, they can't use my DNA.
But do you know if you signed a consent?
And also, how do they know who your sexual partners are?
No, it's not about your sexual partners.
I'm going to give you a list of people that I've slept with.
Remember, it's not. Yeah, exactly.
It's not about your sexual partners. It's the fact that because you got sexual partners, you went to do tests, which that shouldn't be your thing. Get tests anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go through that in there. Yeah, so because you've got sexual partners, you've gone to get tests. That's how they're going to get it. So it's not directly from your sexual partners. It's from the fact that you do have sex, you're sexually active, and you've gone to get tests. So they've already got your DNA there from the swabs and stuff you were doing.
Oh, sorry, I misheard you. I thought you meant we're going to get DNA from your sexual partners.
Oh, no. I thought that's stuff. But then swimming pool, I think swimming pool and the air one is false.
Yeah,
So I can see how they can do that from clinics and stuff.
yeah. Chlorine.
It's
Well,
killing them.
simple.
Chlorine's killing all the.
Okay. So you're basically saying the simple, I don't need to explain to you with the simple. You're saying it wouldn't work.
Explain it simple. Because I'm like, how are you going to, if we all get in a swimming pool, how do you know my DNA is my DNA?
Yeah. Explain to people.
It's not necessarily about
Like,
it
you're
being
gonna-
us knowing it's your DNA.
It's just random DNA.
Exactly.
So where they getting the DNA from in the swimming pool?
So, for example, when the water's flushed out, right, it could be collected somewhere. It could be also in the towels that people use, this, that, and the third. What's the different types of things, surfaces. Remember, two of these are fake, innit? So you guys obviously.
Okay, explain the air one then.
The air one, just basically in the air. They got some type of vacuum thing, and it just sucks out people's DNA in the air.
It's probably the real one.
Read that one. Probably is it. I think I'm going to say the swimming pool and the air one are fake.
The sexual health one could make more sense because they've got more specimen.
Well, they've
on record.
They've actually got specimen on record.
they've got
Whereas
it.
swimming pool and air
Let me Google what DNA
sounds
is.
very airy-fairy to me.
Because
what's
really and
yours?
truly, when I think about swimming pool, that is to do with contact. So really and truly,
Yeah, but how did they know you've been in the pool? Well, you just got to pull up
They
to.
saw you.
We're gonna pull up to the pool and just get a cup and just hope that your DNA is somewhere in this cup. Like, what are you talking about?
okay, I think it will be the sex one because that's inside. DNA is to do with your organisms and cells and stuff like that. The closest you're ever gonna get to my cells is a pussy swab. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, what are you thinking?
I was reading the Arsenal news, so I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, we have to get into that, boy.
I'll give you a quick thingy. Basically, scientists are saying they can get your DNA from one of these three sources: swimming pools, your sexual partners, or from the air. Two of those are fake.
That's what I'm saying.
What are the
He
two fake?
said from sexual partners. That's why I thought you meant from the people you're having sex
People you
with.
have sex with.
As in,
They're disloyal. They're
Yeah,
So
I
hold
understand
on.
like that, but when
So
you
hold
go
on.
into it,
I went into it.
when you
So-
go into it, yeah.
Maybe I wasn't listening. But
Because initially when he said
But
that,
the
that's what
thing-
I thought. But when he started talking,
Yeah, it's more so the whole
Yeah.
access to the thing.
I think you heard the
via
first part, but you didn't hear the
hospitals.
explanation.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's not. It's your DNA. It's not from your sexual partners.
Yes, we covered this used to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you said it again though. You said DNA from your sexual partners.
Yeah, but that's just what they put the category down.
I know, but I'm saying that's not the way to frame it. But that's not what it is.
What do you mean? Like, how would it be from your sexual partner?
They should just say.
No, it's not. It's what I'm saying. It's not.
But how is that even possible?
Exactly. Why are you saying it?
That's it. No, but that's his point. No, but that's his
Can't
point. Because it's not possible.
that's
Why
my
you should
point.
record
That's my
it?
point. You said DNA from your sexual partners.
Okay.
But
yeah.
it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, it's your DNA.
Exactly. So why are you saying that?
It's kidding me. You're
Because if
proving
not-
his point.
Because if you didn't have a sexual partner,
But it's
They
not.
wouldn't be able to get
but
your
it's,
DNA.
but
They
it's
should
not
say sexual
DNA
clinic
from your sexual partner. It's not that.
okay.
They should just say
I
sexual
get
test.
what you're saying.
Sexual
Yeah.
test.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Or sexual checks.
It's your DNA that you've given at the sexual health clinic. It's not from your sexual partner. It's your
Yeah.
DNA. So the statement is.
That's
Anyway.
true, actually. Yeah. Unless you could when my sexual partner goes in, you can get my DNA.
That's what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying.
I feel like I only work with men though. Men leave a piece of you in there, so never know. I know, Brent. What's your
Yeah.
thoughts?
The two that are false,
Yeah.
Yes.
the air and the swimming pool.
Okay, so everyone thinks it's the sexual partners, right? So
Yeah.
does that then give more credence to the whole soul ties thing? 'Cause you know how people believe in soul ties.
I ain't got nothing to do with soul ties, man.
I don't see how it correlates.
Government ties.
DNA soul ties.
Well,
It's the air.
it's there. It's there.
First of all, don't try change sides last minute. Disloyal looking ass.
No, but you can get DNA from having sex with somebody because when it is that they do swabs and stuff, they can get your DNA from them. So I don't understand what
Can
you're
they?
saying.
That is
Yeah,
so
we're not
cool.
talking about
When
what
they
you,
have-
we're not
when
talking
they
about
have
what
rape
you
all the
can
time,
do.
Like they have.
Yes,
On
the
the-
swabs. Oh yes, yes,
fingernails and
actually.
all sorts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but remember, I made it up. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not talking about what
Wait,
they
what?
can do, like the sexual
You
partner
said
thing.
which are false.
Yes.
About
you-
what
what-
they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not-
that's not how
not-
science.
You
not-
said what are the two that are wrong?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
scientists. So basically, what the scientists are planning, scientists are not planning
Yeah.
to use
Yeah.
your sexual DNA as a way. So it is a way you can have DNA that way, but that's not what.
Listen, what he's done, he's put in right answers into the mix to confuse.
No, he hasn't.
What he has?
No, because the question is, what do scientists...
What are they actually planning to do?
Am I wrong here?
Yes.
Cool. I might be going.
Because he's talking about what are they planning to do. They're not planning to use a sexual health thing. But that can be done, yeah.
That can be done, but they're not planning to use it.
He probably gave you all a full contextual question. He summarized stuff to me.
No, he gave
which two are false.
Yeah, but he gave everybody that.
Yeah, but that's your fault. You weren't listening.
You were watching Aston.
100%. I put my 100%. I wasn't listening. But what he gave me, I answered. The one that I know is true is you can get it from swabs from the sexual partner.
Okay, that's fair then.
For him to basically then say you're wrong, how?
On a technicality, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so Ben, so what you're saying is they can do something. Have they ever done it before?
No.
As in getting the swabs from the fingernails and whatnot?
No.
Just
like your sexual, like from.
You mean the air stuff?
No, from STIs,
from
going in like to check your sexual health and things of that nature. Okay.
Have they gotten DNA from people going in that you had sex with you? Yes, they have.
No, he's not talking about in a case scenario. He's not talking about that. He means just harboring the DNA, just farming it for no reason. Get me?
Oh, this is a different question you're asking me. Then.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, it's because I went to it before, but it's because you didn't hear me.
All right, let's jump at the reaction.
No,
No, but you've ascertained that you can understand why I was confused, and I've also learned that I should have listened when he was initially asking.
The Work Joke segment is not about your learnings. What the hell do you think this is?
I want to know how are they taking it from the air, please? Okay, quickly, just how they taking it from the air.
Are we joke in?
No, what I'm saying is that I understand what has happened, and I'm in the wrong. I've put my hand up.
Yeah, we know, but you said we can't move on because you understand. The segment's not about you. No.
Sorry.
You're wrong again.
Sorry. I thought it was finished. Sorry. I apologize. Go on.
Yes. So basically, what it's saying is right. Essentially,
So
it's
that
kind
was
of like a vacuum. Huh?
So we had your back.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a sort of vacuum type thing, isn't it? And what they're saying is that it can lead to significant improvements for research into various fields. You know what I'm saying? Like forensic medicine, agriculture, all types of different things. Isn't it? But people are concerned because they're saying
I'm concerned.
ethics. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not giving people permission.
So as I'm walking around, I'm just dropping DNAs. I'm just like leaving bits of me everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Remember, you shed skin all the time. All types of stuff happen.
Depends how well you exfoliate.
Exactly. So yeah, like all our stuff is all over the place. So I think in certain places, what they're saying is we could potentially use a vacuum,
suck it all up,
and get it,
That's
and then
lit,
use
though.
it for research purposes.
That's actually lit.
That can help us as a human race.
Yeah, but I hate when people do that though. They try to not get your consent talking about we're helping the human race. That doesn't make it better for me. I still want to give my consent. Don't
All right.
talk about all of that.
Let's get to reaction.
Let's do it.
After headlines.
In the headlines. Oh, we're here. We're not here for the reaction. We're here for headlines.
Oh.
All right.
That's the guy
You look
feel.
very disappointed.
That was a good callback. he forgot.
I'll be honest, I forgot to.
That was good.
Oh, dear.
All right. So our first headline, and there's a trigger warning here, a big trigger warning of murder, right? And a man has been jailed for life for the horrific and abhorrent murder of a stranger who he bludgeoned to death with a claw hammer in East London. Yeah, man. This guy who goes by the name of Eric Feld, who's 38, he struck his victim at least 12 times in the head at a Tower Hamlets cemetery in the early hours of 16th of August 2021. The judge of the Old Bailey said that Feld had a long-held fantasy to kill a stranger with a hammer. On Wednesday, he was jailed for life with a minimum term of 28 years. I'll just leave it there.
Horrible.
Next headline takes us to a situation where thousands of disabled young people who have money stuck in child trust funds could also have their benefits cut. About 80,000 young people have savings in trust funds and are unable to unlock their money without going to court. According to some analysis by BBC News, it suggests that 4,000 of those are eligible for universal credit, but they're going to receive lower payments because they have more than 6,000 in their accounts. That's the threshold before they start taking some of your benefits away. And the government says it is speeding up the court process for families. Last headline takes us to Egypt. Big trigger warning here. And to be fair, he got what he deserved. And trigger warning of murder, pretty much. The authorities in Egypt have executed a man who had been convicted of killing a fellow university student last year after she rejected his marriage proposal. Video footage of Mohammed Adel, stabbing Naira Ashraf and slitting her throat last June outside of the university, Mansoura University, where they both studied, went viral. It caused nationwide panic as the case reopened the debate about violence against women. Adele faced an expedited trial, and was convicted of premeditated murder. Executions in Egypt usually happen within 4 years after conviction, but in Adele's case, the public prosecution called for the death penalty to be expedited. Miss Ashraf's father, the father of the victim, said that though the execution of his daughter's killer would not bring her back, justice had been served. And that's it for the headline, man.
Oh, you are dying for it. Let's get into the reaction.
Yeah, let's just start with the breaking news, man.
What's the breaking news?
Breaking news. Arsenal have put in a bid for Declan Rice. Why are you laughing?
Oh, you look so happy.
I'm not happy.
I saw a little smirk coming.
No, I'm going to land why I'm not even happy.
Okay.
And as expected, it was rejected. Because Arsenal never go in with what the team asked. They go in with their lowball offer. So they offered 80 million with 10 million add-ons. And West Ham are asking for in the region of 100, right? Obviously, it's just business, isn't it? You make a bid, it gets rejected, you come with an improved offer. But I just hate that Arsenal always do this. Just go in with the money that's required. Now we're hearing Man City are sniffing around as well. Like, we'll see what happens, but...
How would they lowball them?
Typical Arsenal, man. Typical Arsenal. Arsenal always lowball.
Starting should have been 90.
Some random girl came to...
Arsenal always start low.
I think starting should have been 90.
They never move like big boys when it comes to transfer. They always move like just little men. That's why we lose out on a lot of players, bro.
But to be fair, especially in the last 48 hours or whatever, well, the stories has been around from Jump Street, innit?
Yeah.
Especially in the last 48 hours, it's just in keeping with what they said was going to happen. As soon as the final's gone, Arsenal's thinged in, they've put the bid in, they've done everything they said.
Yeah.
They've been little whispers about other teams,
but
there's nothing, no one else really substantial. No one ain't ended the chat yet.
Yeah, no one's ended the chat yet.
It's just you lot.
Yeah, I'm not even panicking like, oh, we might not get Rice, whatever. But it's just I hate that Arsenal are this type of team that never go in and just slap the money down and walk out with the player. It's always lowball offer, 40 million and £1. Like we've seen it before, innit? It's always
Party's probably gone. Then.
I'm not sure why. To be fair, if it's the allegations, then I get it, and that whole black cloud over him. But if it's down to his play, then I'm saying because he fell off last couple of games of the season. He wasn't playing well, and I feel like that's the narrative. That's the justification for him potentially going. But I don't think it's that. I think it's because why would he get rid of the party? Literally, injury record aside, if it ain't the allegations, then I don't see how his actual play is warranting you to sell him. Makes no sense.
Yeah,
Am I right, bro?
No.
Makes no sense. He had a bad couple games at the end of the season. His injury record is terrible. I put my hands up to that, but...
If he's sold, it's definitely because of the...
Yeah, it has to be.
Definitely.
It has to be. There's no other reason. The man we're saying, if he ain't playing, we lose.
Because he's wavy.
We're all crying, oh, Party doesn't play, we lose. Now suddenly he's being sold.
And then if you're going to get... You upgrade Xhaka for Declan and put him next to him, that's even better. So you'd want to even see what that looks like.
Exactly.
So I don't know why they would want to get rid of him. But
yeah, rumours, anyway, we'll see. And then, Man United news, you guys...
we put in a bid for Man.
About 40 million.
Got rejected.
Yeah. That's expected. That's well below what they asked for.
He's got a year left on his contract. I mean, so that's where you would go. Because I think even if they got 60 for him, they're laughing.
Yeah.
Like, I think 50, 55 is I think top end we should be looking to do.
The thing is, you're lucky because he will be sold. It's just about...
But how much we get?
How much, yeah, because he's got a year left. Chelsea have to sell players in order to buy players because of the FFP in it.
Look, he's good. He's homegrown. We're going to need homegrown players because we're going to lose a few in this window as well. So we're going to need a few man that was trained there and that. So you got to pay that English tax and all that. And he's good. We paid 50 million for Fred, didn't it? So 60 million for Mason Mount is not horrible money. It's not the craziest thing in the world. It's just because he's got a year left in his contract. So you'd be thinking, but it's not. That's not bad. That's not crazy. If that makes sense. You're going to put in a bid for Havertz?
Oh yeah, that's another big talking point. So we actually made the proposals to Chelsea yesterday. No bid, I think it's just discussions, isn't it?
60 mil or something? They want more.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing Chelsea want 70, 75, 80, but Arsenal are saying they're willing to pay around 60. I can't lie to you, this is all surprising to me. I heard the rumours a couple of weeks back, but I didn't think it was anything. It was true. But I find Havertz. Obviously, I trust Arteta, so I'm intrigued to know why he wants him and what he'll do with him. But
I'd like that.
Havertz just seems a bit random.
I like that twofold. I'd love for you to spend 70 million of your budget on Havertz. I'd enjoy that. And also, it's because he's a bit of an enigma in the sense of you don't know what you're definitely gonna get
from him. Yeah.
Like it could be a cold signing.
It could be.
It could be a ice cold signing, and he looked like the coldest thing moving.
Yeah.
Or it could be a waste of money. So that's why I'm interested. That's why I wouldn't half mind it. I don't think he's played to his full potential in this league though. Not once. Not one time. Not one single time. I don't think he's played to his full potential in this league.
Yeah.
So I think he's very good.
No, he's good. He's good. It's just for example, if we had 60 mil plus right now to get a player, go and get Caicedo for me. Like that's a priority over Havertz.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this Havertz bid doesn't mean that Caicedo is no longer a player that we're looking at. Because if the funds are there right now, why not go and grab him?
Before I don't need to read that story because we got into it. I have to talk about the Mbappe saga.
Okay, yeah, we can get to it.
That's mad. Obviously, bare things going on. Bellingham just announced, like seeing Bellingham in the all white.
Just announced just now.
Yeah, it's all mad. But say Mbappe telling them he's done it in writing. He's told them, "I'm not extending."
Yeah. So
that's fact. It's from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Next season he's free.
Yeah. So no, PSG are saying you have to be sold now then because we're not letting you go for free.
That's the talk.
So he has to go down. So I'm hearing the two clubs I'm hearing is you, man. I'm hearing you, man, and I'm hearing Madrid.
If Madrid do that,
but you guys it's based upon your takeover.
Yeah.
So there's some internal ties between PSG and United and the owners, right? I'm hearing.
There's PSG's Qatar as well, isn't it?
There's links to where if you get taken over, that can help ease the move for Mbappe somehow.
Well, my man's
no, that's what I read somewhere. That if they're taken over by this particular group, it makes the Mbappe deal plausible.
But in my estimation, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
If he chooses Man United, the Sheikh or whoever's taken over has to basically start buying wavy players in every position to satisfy Mbappe's need.
I can see that.
Because him going to Real Madrid makes sense to me. Because Real Madrid's looking to be like, cool.
He has to go to Real Madrid. He has to.
Yeah. And Bellingham, do you understand? Yeah. But Man United, nah. I'm not the players you have currently. I need them to move, get me some quality starters because we're going to be winning everything here.
Yeah, but it's not that far removed. We'll be playing with Casemiro, we'll be playing with Bruno Fernandes, we'll be playing with Rashford.
Because those are the things those are names that, titlets.
They're top boys. There's top boys in Europe, for bar none. They are top boys in Europe. Facts. Rashford just hit 50, bro. Bruno is a top boy midfielder, bar none in midfield in Europe. Casemiro, top boys. It's not. Then when you're talking about making improvements, yes,
Where
it's not those three. When
if
the teams
comes in,
what?
Where's Rashford playing when Mbappe comes in?
Oh, where's Mbappe? Where's
same kind of like the same type of player.
Same place.
Mbappe that's coming on the left, isn't it?
Yeah, then boom for the middle. Then it's the same thing. They'll be interchanging. I watched Rashford play for the nine, but United anyway. It's all the same shit. It's the same place. The improvements that you're talking about are correct. Improvements. Other big players need to come in. Correct. Yeah. It's not the names that I said that's falling at the wayside. The names that I said will be playing with the other big names. I don't know what you're going mad.
Hold on. What's your three? Mbappe, Rashford, Anthony. Mbappe, Rashford, Sancho. What you say?
We spent a lot of money on them wingers, and the fact that we need more wingers has been is
the fact that you've got Sancho and Anthony and you're not satisfied is also. I saw a rumor. It might be just. I think
Ten Hag believes in him. I think Anthony will come good. Anthony's shown me a lot that was his first season, so I'm not judging him, man. I think next season he could slap the league up. You never know. So I'm not. The jury's out on Anthony for me. Sancho's been disappointing.
I saw a rumor that he might go to Spurs.
Wherever he goes, if we get money for him, move him on, man.
Sancho?
Yeah, I don't mind. Just move him on, man. I don't mind none of them. I want bare people to go because I want some money. I want bare people to go. I want Martial gone.
Yeah, Martial has to go.
Sancho gone. McTominay, Fred, Maguire, Delo, Wan-Bissaka, De Gea.
That's you're naming your whole team.
Well, everybody gone.
Who's left?
Bringing new people. Just want them all gone. The levels, man.
Yeah, but realistically though.
Well, not in one window, but realistically, eventually the aim will be.
Eventually
the aim will be for them to be out of there. Bro.
Yeah, eventually, but that goes for every team though.
It's just hard. Maguire's not. We're not going to be able to move Maguire on. No way.
I saw a rumor about him actually. I can't remember who was.
He don't want to leave. You get me? He don't want to leave. I was thinking about it the other day. Yeah. All you got to do is take the armband off him, yeah, and he'll just sit down and collect all that money at Old Trafford. Even if he gets like 20 to 30 games a season, I think he'll be calm with that. And I think even like 25 games a season will still keep him in the England squad because it's not. You can't look past him and John Stones because it's not even like we've got options like that. Man, I've got Tyrone Mings and that there, like, and that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he might be able to be a meaty squad player at United and still be first choice for England. Earning that money. I don't think he's gonna go, bro. I don't think he wants to. Why would he?
Yeah, obviously, why would he? But I don't know.
I don't think we get him out of there. That's crazy, man.
But in terms of Mbappe, wages crazy though. He has to take a pay cut.
Nah, man. Whatever you want, you give him, man. If you can afford Mbappe to get him there.
Do you know how much he's on?
How much is he on now?
Like $1 million a week.
God damn.
I don't think you remember that contract that he was offered.
I don't, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's on ridiculous money, like stupid money.
So we're saying realistically, it's only United or Madrid, really. There's no other home for him.
He can go to Man City, but he won't go to Man City.
He can't go to Man City and Haaland's there now.
Because Man City, imagine him.
Sorry, he can go to United, but he can't go to City because Haaland's there.
Where's he gonna play?
On the left.
No, Grealish is there. They just dropped 100 million on Grealish.
Anyway.
You don't think they'll make room for Mbappe if he's available? Would you pick Grealish over Mbappe?
I don't think Mbappe would pick City. I don't think City want Mbappe. It was like...
No, I'm not saying they want him, but I'm saying in this hypothetical lands...
Haaland's their guy. I don't think they have no intention or no... There's not even like a thing in their main brain to like, oh, how can we make this work? There's Man City and Mbappe is uncompatible.
Yeah, no, they don't. But don't tell me it's because of Grealish.
It's because of everything. Like, it's because of Grealish, it's because of Haaland, it's because of their whole setup, everything they got. They just want everything moving. They don't need Mbappe.
No, they don't need
to
Mbappe.
spend all that 100 minutes. He's not. It's because of Grealish. It's because of Grealish. It's because of Haaland. It's because of Mahrez. It's because of everybody that they got there that's dope already. They don't need no blood clot Mbappe. Mbappe, that's Man City. It's not even a question. It's not even a thing. It's not even a thing for either of them. I'm saying Mbappe don't want that for himself, and City don't want that for themselves.
I know it ain't a thing. I only took issue with the Grealish statement.
But I'm with him.
Because I don't see Grealish as a stumbling block, if that was the case. If they wanted to get Mbappe, it's not, but we can't because we got Grealish. Grealish hit the bench, bro.
100 million bench is not like... You have to sell that. You got to sell
that.
Have
you seen Man City's bench at some points?
Yeah, but they ain't paid 100 million for no one on them. It's all light work.
Do you think they care? This is Man City we're talking about, man. I don't think they care. But it'll be interesting to see where it ends up. I reckon he's going to end up at Madrid.
All right. Did you look at your fixtures? I
ain't
ain't even seen mine, so I couldn't even tell you.
To be fair, the fixture list doesn't really get me excited, to be fair. But in terms of the overall, the opening week, first game is Man City, Burnley. Arsenal got Forest. You guys have got Wolves on the Monday.
Well, at home.
The big... no, I'm just reading that. Is it home?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, home, yeah.
Why did you do that?
What? Oh, stop making the scene. Stop making the scene, man. The big clash, if you want to call it big, Chelsea and Liverpool.
Opening day of the season, yeah?
Nah, that's on Sunday. That's
but opening weekend though?
Yeah, opening weekend,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good going. I'm looking forward to it already.
Newcastle Villa, looks like a tasty one as well.
Spurs. You see Newcastle looking at Barella?
Spurs Brentford,
You see Newcastle looking at Barella?
No, I didn't hear that.
Marco Barella, it's a good one, man. Inter.
Okay. I think we have you guys in the first, 4 games, I believe.
Yeah, the 4th game.
Yeah.
Home.
Yeah.
At home, yeah?
Yeah.
I might have to go to that one.
And then we've got you in our last, 3, I think. So yeah, if you right at the start, right at the finish.
Well, so hope maybe when we play at the end, we're gonna probably knock you out of the Europa spots.
I think we'll be comfortably in first place at that time. You know what I mean? I hope.
How long?
But this is just a hypothetical dream. But you know where it would be great for Mbappe?
Where?
Arsenal.
Well, you got the money, you can afford it.
Nah, we ain't got the money. But just in terms of like,
Yeah, I've got the money, man. The Concaves are rich, bro.
yeah, the Concaves are rich, but the Concaves ain't Newcastle, they ain't Man City. They ain't got infinite funds. But just think about it in terms of like age of the team, the project, style of play, young coach, going somewhere. If we had Mbappe, it would be clear. It'll never happen, but I mean, no.
No, it'd be a lot. I want to see where he goes. I just don't think there's a home for him outside of United or Real Madrid. I just don't think there's another club. I just don't think there's another club that holds enough weight. Like the badge ain't big enough.
What PSG's is?
Nah, PSG locked up. They bought him from when he was younger. He got made there. If he was Mbappe now in a different club, PSG wouldn't be in with a shot to get him. I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, again, well,
they took Neymar.
Barcelona, stature-wise, is definitely, but financially, I don't see it happening. But stature-wise, Barca are up there.
I think their club seems tainted. You're right, but it seems like this whole little saga that they're going through just seems a bit tainted. I know they've come back, they've won and all that, and Xavi's got them playing in there, and they are Barcelona.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Me personally, they just seem a bit tainted. They don't seem like.
I don't see them tainted.
I'm not looking at it. I don't know if it's because Messi left. I don't know. The gloss has gone off Barcelona. I'm not looking at them like top boys.
I think you're so used to Messi.
Oh no, man! We forwarded, man. We batted them up the other day. Man. I'm just not looking at them like top boys, man. Like I'm just.
It's because who we identify as Barca, they've all gone now. That's it. Like Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Busquets, Suarez. That core that were there for years have gone. So you're looking at Barca. You're seeing Lewandowski out front. You're thinking, what's this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just I don't know if it's the debt thing, everything that they're just all the controversy. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about that club that it just doesn't. It's not holding the same weight. Even if they've done the signings, like all them, man, they got like Conde and Lewandowski and Gavi's there and Pedri and all that. Like, they've got big. There's man in there that's got. It's just something about. It's just not sounding.
I think because they're still in the early stages. Give it.
I feel like there's one years. I feel like there's one proper team in Spain at the minute.
That's real.
Real. That's just how I feel.
But they're both kind of in transition, though. To be fair.
And that's what I'm saying. I think I just think I don't know what it is that's made me think about that. I don't know if it's because I know they owe this money or the debt. They can't do nothing. It just seems like they're just mudded over there, though, man. You get me? That's not like Bellingham going to Real Madrid is a big thing. If that same thing got announced, but it was like Barca, it would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tainted over there, man. But we'll give you some more transfer news. I've really got to get out of here. What other stories we got for you today?
What's this, Djokovic?
Nope, Djokovic's gone. I ain't read this. Croatia stunned Dutch to reach Nation League final. Oh, is the international football playing now?
Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing, bro.
Are they play? Is it international football?
I don't even know what it is, but it's UEFA National.
The Nations League.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. Luka Modric sealed the extra time win for Croatia as they upset host Netherlands, scoring a 4-2 win in the Nations League.
Oh,
what was that?
Is that what I saw? I saw Modric holding a little trophy, but I didn't know. I thought it was an old picture.
So are the England games coming up?
No, they're already in the. They qualified for the final. So I'm not too sure. There's only a few of them that were part of this tournament.
I haven't been paying attention.
I think Italy's playing someone else today or tomorrow, I believe.
Okay, I want to see if there's some football.
They're going to play Croatia.
I want to know where. If there's some football going on, I'll try and watch this because, boy, I've been deprived. And then, did you speak about Steven Gerrard set to take over the manager of Saudi Arabia, the Pro League? Do you think a man in his prime can go Saudi and be cool? Or do you think he's killing his career? Like, do you think he'll... Like, there's certain leagues, or there's certain things that players do, they're just tainted. If you make them moves,
it's like
it's not about your ability, but if you make certain moves, if you step certain ways, then you're kind of done in it.
Perfect example, when Oscar left Chelsea for China, when in his prime.
Finished.
We never heard from Oscar again.
Finished.
Done.
You know what I'm trying to say?
International career done.
Bury them and it's just all a myth. So, could...
with managers, might be different.
Declan Rice now.
Yeah.
He's available now.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Saudi coming for him, yeah?
Yeah.
He takes 200 million for one season.
One season.
Yeah, one season, because he's young enough. But he's young enough that he can go and do it in 4 seasons. But I'm just saying anyway now, yeah. No, forget Declan Rice, he's too young. 27, James Maddison.
Okay.
Just got relegated. James Maddison, definitely a quality player. Everybody knows he's a quality player. He got relegated, He's on the brink. He goes Saudi for 1 year, takes 150 million for that season. Yeah. Can he come back and play in the Premier next season?
100%.
They take him, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
What, like the Aston Villas,
Yeah, 100%. Because going for 1 year, like, no, Oscar left and never came back. If you go for 1 year, you're fine. Because you're forgetting, NBA players sometimes go China. Look at J.R. Smith. He went China for a season, came back NBA, won 2 rings, whatever. So you can definitely go abroad. It's about the length of time, innit? If you go when you're forgotten about, cool. But if you go for a quick season, we might forget.
Yeah, but there's certain players. Remember, there's players who've been playing. They go football league. There's certain players who get offered jobs from like Thailand, India, They get to go that. These men are footballers. They just want to go and earn, go and earn half decent money. Yeah. But they know once they go and take that, they ain't playing back over again. Like no one ain't taking. Like once you go and take them rupees, blood, go and play in that Asian league.
Who was it?
No self-respecting team ain't taking you back over.
No. You know who came back? Is it Carrasco?
Yannick Carrasco.
Yeah, Carrasco.
Carrasco came back from went to Atletico, innit? Yeah, he done it. Hulk. But Hulk was almost a top boy. He didn't. Where did he go?
I can't remember where Hulk went actually.
Fuck.
So it can happen. Think about it as well. If you're still a baller, like if you've got a name and you're a baller, teams are still gonna take you. If for example, this is an extreme example. If Mbappe went to Saudi, for 2 years, he's coming back, and it was still bad. He'll come back and play wherever. So it depends on you, how good you are, how much weight does your name hold, and all of that. I'm gonna say actually, this is a quick little random tidbit about your whole Declan Rice and Mount relationship. No, there's some stock over at Arsenal too. You know? You're forgetting, man. Eddie Nketiah and Rice used to play for Chelsea together.
You know what? Yeah,
they were teammates.
He looks like he's friendly with the Arsenal youth though. Saka and Ramsdale and that. Because I see that England video when he went back and they was all congratulating him.
Yeah.
You get me? And they all look happy for him.
Yeah. And then you're forgetting about, this is not far-fetched, but this is Jack Wilshere and Rice are friends from when Wilshere was at West Ham. Obviously, Jack's not on our team, but he's still a part of the club and as a manager. So that definitely a factor too. I mean, there's a little pull from Arsenal too, man.
Rice looks like he's going to be an Arsenal player by the start of the season still. So.
He will be. Yes. Bar another Mudryk situation. It should happen. But again, I have no faith in Arsenal until I see Rice, Edu and Arteta sitting on that table and Rice is signing that contract. Until then.
All right, well, that was the end of our reaction, man. Let's get.
Hold on. Did we didn't conclude the NBA.
Oh shit, that was rude.
Nuggets won it all, man.
Like we said.
Nuggets won it all.
Like we said.
Yeah,
the Nuggets get swept. Like we said. That was
NBA champions.
Yeah, I just knew that was gonna happen. I felt like how Joker feels. Have you
seen?
Joker?
He goes. Oh yeah, mission complete or something.
I just want to go home.
Yeah, I just want to go home. Yeah.
He's like, man. He's like, brother. He's like, no, like their job, man. Like anybody says they like their jobs, lying, brother. I want to go home, bro.
Wants to go home, man. Mission complete.
They're there giving him the champagne. He's going,
Like, that was insane.
He doesn't even. I'm tired. He said to them, I just want to go home. He's not doing all these festivities. Like, allow me, man.
He's tired, man.
Yeah, because in his mind he's thinking, come on, man. You don't want to make a big scene because I cooked up Butler and Jimmy and them, man. You just should have known from that mashup. You just should have known what I go on. I'm happiest for Jamal Murray, man.
I'm happy for Aaron Gordon.
Okay, big up Gordon. Jamal, for me, it's Jamal Murray, man, because he's cold, man, and people they don't put a lot of respect in his name. I know he's inconsistent,
and he was out. Remember, he was out for a whole season.
Yeah.
So for him to come back and
I know he could be inconsistent. There's certain spots that he didn't show up in and things like that. Don't get me wrong, but his talent though, like just like skill set, who he actually is kind of cold. You get me? So now they definitely got to put a bit more respect on his name.
They have to. You know, he ain't ever been an All-Star. You know,
ain't he?
No.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe.
Do you think?
But then again, the one ring, Van Fleet's got a ring, innit?
Yeah, but
they ain't put no respect on him. No one gives a shit.
True, actually. Yeah, but Van Fleet wasn't the second best player on the team though. Whereas
that don't hit. Well, he's at the Heat now. What's his name?
Who?
God.
At the Heat. Yeah, Kyle
Walker. No.
Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, Lowry. Yeah.
Kyle Walker.
No. Kyle Lowry's an all-star. He's been all-star bare times.
Yeah, and he's got a ring. Yeah, but do they rate it though? Do they? You know what it is? He gets what he deserves, isn't it?
You know, Kyle Lowry's not looked upon as elite. He's not even a superstar. He's just a star, innit? He's just a star. But do you reckon this Denver win is the start of a dynasty, like a Golden State Warriors kind of vibe, where they're gonna win multiple over the next couple of years? Or you reckon this is a one and done?
I don't know if it's a one and done. I think for them, as long as they keep that unit together, I don't know how long. I don't know what age is. I don't know how long they got in them.
Yeah.
But however long that little cause can stay together for, they'll be in and around it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a dynasty. Like, they're gonna go and do it again and do it again. But they'll be in and around the conversation.
Oh yeah, for
regular
sure.
season, playoffs. You don't want to buck them.
And if they add another piece, whether it be a wing player or another superstar.
Who's that avenue they got? It's not Bridges, is it? Michael
Porter Jr.
Porter, isn't it?
Yeah, Porter Jr. Yeah, he's young, but he's got a lot of promise. He
got upside, you know.
He got a lot of upside. I reckon if it wasn't for that, remember he came in for the draft. He was injured for a whole season.
Injured, He's supposed to be cold.
His trajectory was kind of up. Oh, we ain't talking about Zion, have we? You better put that and done out here. I beg you. Put him and what's her face? What's that woman?
Maya Mills. What's her name? Not Maya Mills.
She's tweeting for her
She's
life.
a big woman, you know. If there's a man doing this to a gal,
she's tweeting for her life. She might be in
prison. She's taking a piss.
I'm surprised.
Esther made that on Word on Road. Did you talk about Zion Williams on Word on Road?
Listen, my spirit is pure, man. I ain't got time for that foolishness. I just don't have time for foolishness, if I'm being honest. I have to be, yeah.
We could talk about it, but it's 12 o'clock now. I've got to go. Let's do that here quickly, please. Because this is crazy. I ain't really got nothing to say for Dana here, to be totally honest with you. Play that video I sent you, Brent, please. Can we get some visuals, some noise? Hey, man, look at your people.
Started taking a piss in front of the store.
Have you seen this?
Oh, it's the white one. Yeah, I saw this.
Who's that? Is that your friend?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, she's saying nigga.
She's saying nigga.
I never even heard. I just heard screaming.
That's cool.
That's her phone.
Oh my god, bro. Nah, yo, she's back from 6 donuts, man. Yo, someone needs to just knock her straight off. No, she needs to get knocked off.
That black one's
This guy just kicked her in the back.
Hey, what are you doing? We're doing what you're doing. Yo, this bitch crazy. Bitch. Oh.
He's in well, clearly.
That's scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's her name.
What, nigga?
Yeah, that's how she talks. You know, like Groot.
Like who?
Groot.
I am Groot.
Oh.
That's what he says.
Nigga.
Groot.
What did we just watch, by the way? What did we just watch? I'm confused, bro.
A drunk Karen on a night out, basically.
And what happened before that? How did
I
we
don't
get
even
there?
know, you know.
How did we get there? Why was she shouting at the guys recording?
I don't even know, but big up that black girl that slapped her into another side of town. It's ridiculous, man.
I know I shouldn't find stuff like that funny. Yeah.
People found her though. They found her
they did.
online. I think they're trying to find her LinkedIn. Last time I checked.
Bruv.
To get her a job, to do what they need to do.
Bruv. Yeah. I mean, that is...
That ain't it.
That ain't it, man. That was self-explanatory.
When the guy shut the door, he said, not today, get somebody else to do it.
It's when she picks up the hill and she got her shoes, she's running towards him. Hey. Oh, man.
It's crazy, man. I hate to see it.
Whether she's going through, I hope she's all right, man. That is crazy. That is, oh, man. I don't know what is wrong with the world, but yeah, this is what's going on. I retweeted it and posted it, but they found her IG, they're cooking her. She's got a picture with like 138 likes. And it's got 10,000 comments.
Damn, man. That ratio is wild. You can't even, there's no point deactivating. It's already out there. Because when you reactivate, someone's going to keep tabs on it and be like, hey, she's back.
Well,
yikes.
I guess she's done it here, people, man. Let's get into this outro.
Let's do it. Yeah, this idea that we have a short show one day and then the next day we do reparations, we got to have a meeting about this. But we're here now. Like the video, thank you very much. Thank you guys for tuning in, as you always do, show up and show out. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. You can follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you would like to send your dilemmas in, where's it, Friday tomorrow? Yes, it is. So sis, what would you do? Asking for a friend, all that great stuff. The number is 07564841073. If you'd rather email, the email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. What else is there? If you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.